streaming, and the rockets red glare. The bomb bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of God's way?
So it's the Blackhawks and the North Stars in Game 3, and the referee for the game tonight will be Andy Van Hellemond. The linesman Ray Scampanello and Wayne Bonney.
Murray Bannerman, 4-1 in the 5 playoff games. Of course, he started all playoff games for the Blackhawks this season. 3.14 goals against average. And the veteran, Gilles Meloche, who has played in all of games for the Blues. Same record as Bannerman, 4 wins and a loss. And he's been the difference for the North Stars.
Troy Murray, Ed Olczyk, and Kurt Frazier out against Dennis Maruk. Tony McKegney and Willie Plett for the North Stars. Here's the draw, and Game 3 is underway. North Stars controlling with Hartsburg in his own end. Clearing to center ice, McKegney. Tony McKegney dumps it in, but Maruk was in ahead of the play.
Tony McKegney has really made a difference to this hockey club. He came over midway through the season in a trade from Quebec. He was injured, hurt his shoulder, and has been very sharp in the playoffs. He's leading the team in scoring. 4 goals and 2 assists. 3 of his 4 goals this year have come against the Blackhawks. He scored 2 in that opening victory and scored 1 the second goal, and that's all the North Stars could get in Chicago in Game 2.
Here's the draw controlled by Chicago's O'Callaghan. He clears it to center ice. Dave Richter there for the North Stars. Richter clearing it ahead. Oh, Maruk was behind everybody, but the pass just missed him. Now Willie Plett back in the net, but Doug Wilson took him off the puck. Now the Hawks break out. Troy Murray over the line, shoots one, and he sent that wide. Now back at center ice, Doug Wilson. Wilson chipped it ahead. Frazier moves over the line. However, a 2-line pass stops the play.
Forechecking the key, Bob Pulford starting with Frazier, Troy Murray, and Ed Olczyk, and they've had an outstanding playoff series, this line. Wanted to get a physical line out here in the first shift or so to get some forechecking and throw the bodies around.
Now Neil Broughton with Dirk Graham and Dino Cicerelli for the North Stars, and the Blackhawks come out with Lysiak between Yaremchuk and Sutter. Face off right at the Chicago line, and the draw controlled by Keith Brown, who bangs it to center ice. Here's Yaremchuk hustling after it. He nearly got to it, but the defense poked it away at the last moment. Ron Wilson able to clear it back into the Hawks zone. Ben Wilson back for Chicago. Turns behind the goal, now cleared it to the right wing boards. Yaremchuk away to Lysiak. Tom Lysiak over the line for Sutter. He tried to shoot, but he had it poked away before he could pull the trigger. And the North Stars Roberts away to Broughton. Neil Broughton, number 7, a long shot. He golfs that over top of the net. We're going to have a penalty coming up here against Chicago. And an early call will give the North Stars a power play. Only a minute and a half gone. No score.
Tom Lysiak gets the first penalty early in the game for interference. Back checking on Dino Cicerelli. He gets the hook on him. Cicerelli went down, and Van Hellemond was right there at the blue line, and he calls the penalty on Lysiak.
Minnesota to the first power play. Here's the draw, and Doug Wilson able to clear it down all the way. Back goes Craig Hartsburg, the North Star captain. What a difference he makes in this team. Hartsburg cleared it to center. Acton busting over the line, but then his pass went off the skate of Wilson, and Patterson clears it down all the way. Now Hartsburg turning back of his own goal. The North Stars are 4 out of 20 on the power play in the playoffs so far. Now it's cleared into the Blackhawk zone. Murray Bannerman out of the net. Pushed it to the near side. Came loose along the boards. Ron Wilson keeps it in. Wilson trying to center. That hit the skate of Patterson to the far corner. Now Payne digging it out there to the line, and Bellows. Brian Bellows Along the far board to Hartsburg. Threw it across to Wilson. The shot. That hit somebody in front. Now Hartsburg, his drive. Blocked at the defense. Here's a lead. There might be a break. Patterson, though, he couldn't hold the pass. And Ron Wilson got back to knock it away. Back come the North Stars. Dennis Marouk into the Chicago zone, but Ben Wilson bumped it off his stick, and the Hawks clear it down all the way. Now Plett and Ben Wilson pushing a bit off the puck, but the play goes on. Gordy Roberts back of his own goal with 35 seconds to go on the North Star power play. Here's McKegney over the line. He moves right in. Benny Fan, now he shoots. And a save by Bannerman. He centered one. And the puck cleared in behind the goal. McKegney into the corner. Tony McKegney walks into the deep slot, lost it there. But the North Stars hold it in. Marouk in front. He scores! Dennis Marouk off a great feed from Roberts. And the North Stars lead 1-0.
Only 17 seconds remaining on the penalty. But again, McKegney responsible for making the play. His speed, he was able to get to a loose puck, got it to Roberts on the left point. McKegney kept the puck in. Roberts passed across to Marouk. And Marouk, all alone in front, beat Bannerman as he had to move from his right to his left. But both defensemen up high to the right side, not seeing to their left. Two defensemen too close together there, and Marouk gets the opening goal.
So it's 1-0 North Stars. Here's the draw cleared into the Hawk zone. Bob Murray is back. He shot it past everybody down all the way. And this will be an icing call against Chicago. Maybe not. Here's Larmer hustling. Oh, they rule icing. Or maybe it was an offside play. Larmer could have been offside. But now, with the stoppage in play, it's 1-0 North Stars. We're coming right back. Back in Minnesota, face-off to the left of Murray Bannerman.
Well, the Hawks arguing that Steve Larmer beat everyone to the loose puck to beat the icing. The argument to no avail, though. The face-off just to the left of Murray Bannerman, deep in the Hawk zone.
Dennis Savard and Keith Acton get ready for the draw. There's the face-off to the line, and Giles, here's his shot. Oh, that hit Bob Murray and deflected just wide of the target. Belichick held it in. Threw it to the near point, Giles. Kurt Giles moving in, shoots one. That's blocked at the defense. They scramble. Rolling at the side of the net. A shot and a save by Bannerman as the puck now comes loose to the boards. Into the corner goes Keith Acton. Acton bumped by Bob Murray. Now they battle away. Bellows trying to dig it out, but he lost it to Secord. Here's a lead for Larmer. He has a breakaway. Larmer in alone shooting. Meloche the save, and he holds on.
Another big save by Meloche as Larmer snuck in behind the defense on a nice pass across from Secord. It was a partial breakaway as the defenseman came across. Giles to force Larmer to shoot quickly. He couldn't cut in. And Meloche out of the net, able to make the save.
Stevie Larmer has 2 goals and 8 points in the playoffs so far, Dale, but I think we would have to say that he's not been as lucky around the net in the playoffs as he was in the regular season.
The Larmer break coming after the North Stars had good pressure on the Blackhawks. Were just unable to find the loose puck in front of Bannerman. The Hawks for a moment there looked a bit confused in their own zone.
Face off to the left of Meloche. Here's the draw to Harold Snaps. Snaps on the far side, lost it to Sutter. Darryl Sutter bumped at the side of the goal. Snaps got it back and clears it to center ice. Now Darryl Sutter on left wing comes over the line. He's rubbed off on the boards by Hartsburg, and it's cleared to the far side. Graham couldn't get it out. Snaps into the corner against Lysiak battling. It squirts free along the boards. Yaremchuk unable to hold it in. And now the Hawks regroup at center ice. Yaremchuk having trouble. Graham took it away. Then Yaremchuk knocked him down, and the Hawks got away with one there, I think. Here's Doug Wilson starting out. Wilson a long drive. Oh, Meloche fanned on it, but it sailed just wide of the net. Came to the near side. They battle away on the boards. Graham got it loose to Brott. Neil Brott coming over the Chicago line. Trying to center. In front, here's Hartsburg, and his backhander deflects wide. Into the far corner, Tim Kulis. Gulas bumped on the boards by Brown. Now everybody wrestling around. And puck squirts free to Tom Lysiak for Sutter. Darryl Sutter chipping it into the Minnesota zone. The Blackhawks changing on the move. North Stars now a long shot that sails wide from Richter. And taken by Ben Wilson, who shot it past everybody down to Minnesota territory. Gordy Roberts getting back. Roberts cleared it to Keith Acton at center. Acton walks over the line on the near side, stopping. He centered one, a shot. It was sent just wide. Rebound taken by Frazier. Kurt Frazier back into North Star territory. Trying to feed Troy Murray. His pass to Brown in the near side. Brown walks in behind the net. Keith Brown out to the line for Ben Wilson. Here it comes, and a save by Malage. Rebound back of the goal. Olczyk centered it. Murray, it was at his feet, and he couldn't find it. Brown trying to hold it in. He did. Put it in behind the goal. Taken there by Roberts. Frazier trying to tie him up. Now they wrestle in behind the North Star net, and Roberts is falling on top of the puck, and he'll get a whistle. On an early power play goal, it's Minnesota 1, Chicago nothing. We'll be right back.
Come as you are to Schaumburg out of stick.
The Hawks with the first pressure in the game. Puck deflecting off the skate. Troy Murray overskates it. The North Stars failed to clear. And then a shot by Ben Wilson from the point. Malage made the save through a screen.
Here's Bob Murray with a long shot. Right on. Malage makes the save, and he goes down quickly to cover it up as Patterson and Velizchek are pushing a little bit around the goal, but everybody in there to break him up in a hurry. So the face-off will be to the left of Gilles Malage. Now Bill Gardner and Dennis Marouk go after the draw, and the face-off controlled by Velizchek. Randy Velizchek cleared it to Dennis Marouk. Now McKegney. McKegney chips it into the Blackhawk zone. Willie Plett knocked down on the play, and the Hawks get back to touch it for the icing call. They chipped it in, hoping that Willie Plett would get to it first in the corner of the Hawk zone, but Plett was knocked to his backside, and that took care of that.
Well, that's the key. If the North Stars dump the puck in, the forward's got to stand that winger up. If the defense are going to stand up and force the North Stars to dump it in, the wingers have a responsibility of making sure that his man doesn't get to the loose puck, and Ludzik did a fine job there of making sure that Plett could not get to the puck in the corner to the left of Bannerman.
Dennis Marouk, who has the game's only goal against Troy Murray for the draw. There's the face-off to Velizchek. Randy Velizchek clearing it out to center ice. Marouk sends it in, but Troy Murray whacks it right to Kurt Frazier, who put it to the neutral zone. And then Velizchek dumps it right back in. DuPont back of the net to the right wing boards, and Olczyk, Eddie Olczyk to Troy Murray. Murray coming over the line for Olczyk. Velizchek, a nice move to break up the pass, and he clears it to center ice. Troy Murray has it there and dumps it right back in. Now, Kurt Giles back of the goal. Cleared it to Velizchek for Bellows. Brian Bellows ahead to Marouk over the line. He'd left it for McKegney, but the puck bounced over his stick. And the Hawks try to start back, but Snap just took Olczyk right off the puck and then swats him in the side of the head, but the play goes on. Here's O'Callahan moving to center ice. O'Callahan clearing it into the North Star zone, and he took a check in the process, and the North Stars are definitely more physical in the early moments of this game than they were in all of game two. Here's Payne over the line. Payne lets it go, and it's blocked by O'Callahan at the defense. Now on the near side, Darryl Sutter on the boards digging it out. Couldn't get it out, though, but Doug Wilson does. Doug Wilson kicked it to the North Star line. Here's Lysiak chasing after it against Hartsburg. They come together in the corner, and Hartsburg won the battle. Clearing it ahead, here's Ciccarelli at center. Dino Ciccarelli over the Hawk line. Turning along the boards to wait for some help. Ben Wilson tries to put the clamps on him. Puck comes loose to Graham centering. Bannerman blocked that. And now Darryl Sutter clearing it out to the center ice area. Bouncing around there. Ciccarelli and Brown come together, and Keith Brown is going to get a penalty. So the North Stars go to the power play again. It's 1-0 in favor of Minnesota. We'll be right back.
No, he says no, it's not a knockdown.
Both them to the Blackhawks. This time Keith Brown for holding Ciccarelli. Right there, he just clotheslined him. Ciccarelli went down. Van Hellemond calls the second penalty of the game against the Hawks. Prior to that, I don't see why he didn't call one against Schneps for roughing up Olczyk in the neutral zone. The Hawks had the benefit of the doubt in that second game. Now Pulford calls Van Hellemond over to the bench to have a little bit of a discussion with him.
So the draw at the top of the far circle in the Hawk zone. Here's the face-off. Taken by the North Stars. Broughton got it to the line. Hartsburg. Over to Ron Wilson in the deep slot. Into the circle. But Broughton a blast, and he fired it up over top of the net.
Ron Wilson primarily plays that right point. Got the puck to Broughton, and definitely off the shoulder of Murray Bannerman.
Face-off outside the Chicago line. North Stars leading 1-0 and are on the power play. There's the draw right into the crowd. So they'll line up and do it again. Now they're ready. Here's the face-off taken by Ciccarelli. The drive blocked by Bob Murray at the defense. Hartsburg holding it in. Bounced it right to the side of the goal. Now it comes loose to Ciccarelli. Out to the line. Hartsburg. Back to Dino Ciccarelli on the far board. Ciccarelli looking for an opening. Still hanging on. Ciccarelli finally threw it into the corner. Now back to Ciccarelli. Here's his shot and a save by Bannerman. Rebound to Graham. To the far point in Hartsburg. Now to the near point, Ron Wilson. Trying to center. Patterson stole it. Rick Patterson a lead for Gardner. One man back. Here's Wilson catching the play. Gardner centered it. A bouncing puck, and Doug Wilson couldn't flag it down. Now here come the North Stars. Into 3-on-2. Broughton over the line to Ciccarelli. He scores! 3-0 Minnesota.
The Hawks in a short-handed situation and a 2-on-1 break. Bill Gardner faked the slap shot. Tried to make the pass across to Doug Wilson, but with taking so much time with the fake slap shot, it allowed the North Stars to break it up. Doug Wilson held up by Graham, making it a 2-on-1 here, and Ciccarelli beats Bannerman as Bannerman had to move from the center of the ice to his left. That's the difference right there. A 2-on-1 at the other end, and a failure of Bill Gardner to get the puck to Doug Wilson.
So the North Stars with 2 power play goals lead it 2-0. Here's the play into the North Stars zone. Willie Platt clearing it not out. Olczyk held it in, centered it, tipped right in front. They scramble there. Everybody hacking away. It finally comes loose. Frazier on the far side to DuPont. Here's his shot. That's blocked at the defense. Velizchek into the corner against Frazier. And they wrestle around there. Now Frazier dug it out. Kurt Frazier put it in behind the goal. Dennis Maruk after it there. Olczyk put the clamps on him, and they'll hold it for a whistle. So the draw will be to the left of Melange.
Hawks with good pressure again. Every time Troy Murray's lines out there, they seem to have pressure. The low shot, a screen shot from DuPont's stick. Melange able to make the save on the low shot.
Face off to the left of Melange. Now the Savard line on for Chicago, the Acton line for Minnesota. Now they drop the puck unfairly. Acton, Payne, and Bellows for the North Stars. Savard, Secord, and Larmer for the Blackhawks. There's the draw, taken by Gordy Roberts. Roberts deep in his own zone, shoots it to center. Taken there by Secord, who dumps it right back in. Now Larmer put it back in the net. Savard trying to center. Secord trying to stuff it in, couldn't do it. Now Melange diving, and he covers it up.
The difference in the game, the power play. The North Stars 2 for 2 on the power play. The Hawks have yet to be on the man advantage situation, but at even strength, the Hawks have had great scoring chances again.
Nine and a half minutes to go in the opening period. 2-0 in favor of Minnesota. Draw to the left of Melange, and it's controlled by Roberts. Gordy Roberts back of his own goal. Now clears it to center. Payne ahead to Acton. Acton over the line, lost it there, but Payne carries on. Center one, just too far for Acton in the slot. Now Steve Larmer controlling. He's bumped in behind the goal. Payne knocked him down and took it away. Payne walks right in front, shoots. Bannerman, a point-blank save, and he holds on.
Well, Payne kicked the feet from under Steve Larmer, no penalty. Van Hellemond very reluctant to call anything on the North Stars. It's 2-0 Minnesota with 9:05 remaining. We'll be back.
Pat Foley and Dale Talon back in the Met Center, where the North Stars have done what they were hoping to do, get off to a quick start, and they lead 2-0. Here's DuPont back of his own goal. DuPont to Bob Murray, nicely ahead to Lysiak. Tom Lysiak moving in over the line, fakes the shot, trying to walk in front, but Melange came to kick it away. Now into the corner they battle. Sutter dug it for Lysiak, but it's knocked off his stick, and back come the North Stars. Cicerelli over the line. He had it knocked away, and now the North Stars are ruled offside.
A good defensive play by Jerome DuPont, a potential 2-on-2 break, and he was able to poke the puck away as Broughton tried to feed Cicerelli on the right side.
So the face-off will be outside the Chicago line.
1-1 in Winnipeg, the first game there of that second round series. The Oilers with a 2-0 lead, winning both games at the Northlands Coliseum in Edmonton.
Now here's the draw taken by Craig Hartsburg. He snaps at center and he sends it in. DuPont is on it. Jerome DuPont to Bob Murray. Now a long left wing lead, too far for Secord. Hartsburg controls for Minnesota to Keith Acton. Acton feeding snaps. Now Payne over the line. Steve Payne a long shot. Sails that wide of the net. Cicerelli bumped on the near side. Got it to the line. Hartsburg. He golfs one to the far corner. And Larmer is there for the Blackhawks. Steve Larmer to Darryl Sutter. Sutter takes a long shot. That's a sailing wide, and the Hawks are ruled offside anyway. Well, you pointed it out, Dale, right at the start of the game. The Blackhawks hoping to get off to a quick start, as they had been able to do several times this year in this building. But it seems to me that you also made the point that the difference in this game is the power play. When the teams have been at even strength, the Hawks have been doing as well as the North Stars have.
They've had good chances at full strength. They've yet to go on the power play, and they should have had at least one power play so far. Van Hellemond reluctant to call a penalty against the North Stars in the early going.
Face-off will be at center ice with 8 minutes to go in the opening period. 2-0 in favor of Minnesota. The draw to Kurt Giles. He gave it to Velizchek, who clears it past everybody down into the Blackhawk zone. The race is on. Ben Wilson has to hurry, and he touched it first for the icing call.
Secord, who made another great comeback after missing most of the season last year. Missed most of the season, came back in the playoffs, and was the outstanding Hawk player against the North Stars when they were eliminated in 5 games in that preliminary series.
Secord with 5 points in 5 playoff games so far this year, including 2 goals. Face off to the left of Melange. Now Lysiak out there between Larmer and Secord, as it appears that Bob Pulford wants to keep Savard away from Acton. Here's the draw. Larmer, a quick shot. Melange made the save, but he didn't know where it was, and it bounced just wide of the far post. Now the North Stars come back. Brian Bellows to center, feeding Acton over the line. Keith Acton on the near side. Centered one, and it bounces through to the far side. Back come the Blackhawks. 2-on-2, Larmer over the line. Now trying to move in, got it to Lysiak. Lysiak the shot. Melange the save as he came way out to challenge the shot. In behind the goal, it's kicked loose to Larmer. Larmer out to the line for Brown. Here's his drive. That deflects just barely wide. Going to the far corner is Lysiak. Back of the goal for Larmer. Larmer tied up trying to center it. Secord couldn't bang it home. And the puck squirts free to Steve Payne, and we're going to have a penalty now against Minnesota. So the Blackhawks are going to go to the power play. It's 2-0 North Stars.
Finally, Van Helmond calls a penalty against the Saintly North Stars. Roberts gets 2 minutes for holding at 13:01, and the Hawks get a chance to get back within 1.
Blackhawks are 7 out of 29 in the playoffs so far, and certainly could use one here to put some wind in their sails. Here's the draw. Savard, a turnaround shot. Melange the save. Rebound to Graham. Dirk Graham weaving to center ice. Now comes into the Hawk zone. Here's his shot. And a save by Bannerman. And he leaves it for Doug Wilson. Now Wilson sending Savard to center. Dennis Savard walks over the line, but lost it to Harold Snep. Here come the North Stars. Snep's moving over the line. And takes a long shot, gloved by Bannerman, who gives it again to Doug Wilson, and the Hawks move away. Wilson to Bob Murray at center, who drives one in. Around the glass to the near side, it's taken along the board. Sutter banging away, along with Bellows. The puck came free. Now Troy Murray to Bob Murray at the far point. He holds on to it. Now shoots one. They score! Bob Murray's drive from the blue line deflected in, and the Blackhawks with a power play goal of their own now trail it 2-1.
Bob Murray with all kinds of time. He waited, he looked at Doug Wilson. He thought he might pass it, then he elected to shoot it. Troy Murray got it over to him. Good heads-up play. He waited for someone to get in front of the net. He let the low, hard one go and went on off the skate of Bellows. Good heads-up play by Bob Murray, waiting instead of just shooting it before anyone could put a screen in front of Melange. But Bellows, trying to take Troy Murray out of the play, had his back to the play, and the puck went in off his left skate. Melange was down. The change of direction fooled Melange.
That's Bob Murray's first playoff goal and his 6th of the year overall. And an important goal for the Blackhawks here in the opening period to show that they can get the power play going as well as the North Stars can. Here's the draw cleared into the Hawk zone. Bellows knocked down heavily into the boards by Ben Wilson, and he winds up falling on top of the puck.
Well, Troy Murray and Doug Wilson get credit for the assists on the Bob Murray power play goal. And the Hawks are right back in it.
Blackhawks have actually outshot Minnesota so far, 11-8 in the game.
At even strength, the Hawks have had the better chances.
Face off to the right of Bannerman. The draw to Keith Brown, who put it to the left wing board. Secord. Al Secord now carries it over the line. Secord trying to walk in, forced into the corner. Now centered one, just too far, now to the line. Brown a shot that deflects over the glass into the crowd. Boy, Secord's pass just barely missed Steve Larmer, or he would have had a glorious chance.
Secord with a good move. He had Giles beat, but Giles just hooked him at the last second. Right there, you see the hook, just to take Secord off the puck. He made the blind pass out front, and then he gave Giles a little extra shove with the glove. The pass that was meant for Larmer just missed him and went to Brown, and the shot was deflected off the stick of Steve Payne.
5.5 minutes to go in the opening period. 2-1 in favor of the North Stars, and all the scoring has come on the respective power plays. Here's the draw to Roberts, back of his own net, feeding Ron Wilson, who clears to center ice. Now the Hawks able to dump it right back in. And Roberts will try again for Minnesota. Gordy Roberts shot it past everybody to center. Taken by Brown. He clears it ahead, but stolen by Ron Wilson. To McKegney on left wing over the line. Tony McKegney going in behind the goal. Now it's knocked away from him and squirts loose all the way back into Minnesota territory. Number 34, Ron Wilson for the North Stars, to Roberts, number 10. He clears it to the near side. Troy Murray held it in for Olczyk, centering. Melange blocked that. And then Roberts cleared it to center ice. Here's McKegney over the line on the far side to Marouk. Marouk a shot. And a blocker saved by Bannerman. Rebound, McKegney rolled it right in front, and Bannerman went down to corral that and gets a whistle.
McKegney so dangerous against the Hawks in this series. Marouk tried to take the shot. Doug Wilson played the 3-on-3 situation beautifully. He came across in the slot, deflected it wide. McKegney picked it up, tried to come from behind, and O'Callahan, who's played really well in the last 2 games against Minnesota, able to make a fine defensive play to slow up the potential shot.
Face off to the left of Murray. Bannerman. Now the Gardner line on for Chicago. The North Stars have Acton between Koulis and McCarthy, and the draw taken by Doug Wilson. Wilson shooting it too far for everybody, down into the North Star zone. Big Dave Richter gets back and touches it first. Now they're ready. Here's the draw taken by Hartsburg. Here's his shot. He sent it wide, taken by Ludzik, who is able to clear it to center ice. Steve Ludzik bumped along the board. Dave Richter came up with it for Minnesota. Richter, number 5, shoots it into the Blackhawk zone. Murray Bannerman put it to the far side. Broughton is there, rolled it in behind the net. Koulis. Tim Koulis took a bump from Doug Wilson. Now Broughton trying to dig it out. Got it to the far side. Here's McCarthy. His pass intercepted by Bill Gardner. He couldn't clear it, though. Held in by Broughton, trying to walk in front. Knocked off his stick, then Broughton got it back. Broughton centered one and bounces around. A scramble, and it rolled right through the goal crease as Broughton was pulled to the ice. And now the Hawks cleared into the North Star zone. Craig Hartsburg is back for Minnesota. Cleared it to the neutral area. Steve Larmer is there for Chicago. Larmer having a little trouble, then Acton took it away. And the North Stars able to dump one in. And now they are ruled to be offside on the play.
North Stars with good pressure on the Hawks.
The draw taken by Bob Murray, who gives it to DuPont. Jerome DuPont shoveled one to center ice, and Yaremchuk dumps it from there. A bouncing puck. Melange had to be careful, which he was, and the North Stars' Velishek gave it to Giles. Heard Giles having trouble with Sutter, forechecking aggressively. Giles on the near side, having some more trouble with Savard. The puck came free. Larmer a blast. Melange hit him in the shoulder, and he's down and hurt, it appears, and the whistle stops the play. Some aggressive Chicago forechecking forced the giveaway in the Minnesota zone. The puck came right to Larmer, who just drifted one up high, and it caught Melange in what appeared to be an awkward position, and he went down like a falling tree. Sutter and Savard forced the puck loose. Larmer blasting from the top of the circle, and Melange jumping up into the air. It looked as if it hit him maybe in the right shoulder or even in the side of the head. He took that one right off the right ear, it looks like. So Melange stunned on Savard and Acton getting ready. They don't want to drop the puck. And finally they do. The draw taken by Minnesota's Giles. Shovels it along the boards. Dupont held it in. A long shot. Melange the pad save, and the North Stars with a rebound. Clear to center ice. Here's Kurt Giles. Giles flipped it into the Blackhawk end, but right to Sutter. Daryl Sutter to Bob Murray. A lead for Savard. And he was just in. But Frazier rebounding with an outstanding playoff series so far. Here's the draw taken by Secord in his own zone. Cleared a long lead, just too far for Yaremchuk, who chases after to the North Stars zone. Yaremchuk saved the icing call, but the North Stars control. Here's Dirk Graham, number 21. His pass bouncing into the Hawk zone. Taken by Secord. And the North Stars are ruled to be offside anyway with 2 minutes to go. Minnesota 6 in their playoff history against each other. Here's the draw to Doug Wilson, back of his own net. A long lead, intercepted by Sneps, then he lost it. Here's Yaremchuk moving and shoots. Melange rebound, and he hit the side of the net. Yaremchuk centered Lysiak. He scores! Lysiak gets the goal after Yaremchuk persevered. He was stopped twice, but still kept digging away. Got it to Lysiak, who buried it. 2-2 now. Yaremchuk beating Harold Sneps as he moved to the right. Melange made a great save on Yaremchuk's first shot. Then his second shot hit the side of the net. Yaremchuk got it again, centered one, and Lysiak bounced one right between the wickets of Melange. And the Hawks have tied the game. So Tom Lysiak gets his second playoff goal. 19, and Yaremchuk just with diligent work in the North Star zone to keep the puck alive, and eventually Lysiak scored. Here's Olczyk from the draw, trying to center. He got the clamps put on him by Maruk, and Dennis Maruk will get a penalty as Maruk reached up and just hog-tied Olczyk up around the neck. And now the Hawks go to the power play as the North Stars putting themselves in a bit of a hole. Olczyk in the corner of the North Star zone trying to center. And then Maruk coming over just put his left hand right around Olczyk's neck and hog-tied him. Get a lead before this period is over. Hawks have certainly been able to take the crowd out of the game in the last few minutes. Here's the draw. Chicago on the power play. Savard on the near side. Jams it loose to the corner. Dennis Savard now rolls it along the boards. Larmer got it to the line. Doug Wilson lets it go. And a save by Melange. Rebound to Broughton. Here's a lead, but he missed Graham. And it slides into the Hawk zone. Doug Wilson starting back with a minute to go in the first period. Here's Savard over the line to Larmer. Shoots one. It's blocked at the defense. Now Savard had it taken away by Broughton. Neil Broughton moving to center ice. Savard is shaken up. Here's Graham over the line. Shoots. Bannerman the save. He holds on, and way behind the play, Dennis Savard is down in a heap. The North Stars had a short-handed chance, but as they moved up ice, Savard remained down in the Minnesota zone, and Skip Thayer is off the Hawk bench in a hurry to have a look. Now it looks as if Bob Murray is going to get a penalty here. As the Blackhawks' leading scorer, Savard, remains down, and you can imagine the heart palpitations Bob Pulford is having at the moment with his 105-point man laying on the ice. Now, we mentioned Bob Murray is going to get a penalty as Savard is being helped to his feet. Well, Bob Murray is given a double minor penalty. 2 for hooking, and then he must have got the jaws flapping and gets 2 more for unsportsmanlike conduct at 19-12. Meanwhile, Savard is up but is requiring assistance to come to the Hog bench. Dennis Savard somehow got clobbered behind the play. We have one report that he may have run into the referee. Savard being helped to the Chicago bench. Now as the North Stars got control of the puck and started the other way. Oh, look at Savard. He was going after the loose puck. Referee Van Hellemond doing everything he could to get out of the way, climbed up on the glass as an official should to try to not be hit by the puck, and Savard just hit the hip of Van Hellemond, and never seeing the referee up on the boards, it was an unexpected jolt, and Savard is groggy as he's... Now here's the draw. Back of the Hawk goal is O'Callaghan. Jack O'Callaghan now weaving to center ice. He has room, and O'Callaghan dumps it in. Taken by Giles. Half a minute to go in the period as Kurt Giles starts it away to Tom McCarthy. McCarthy crisscrossing over the Hawk line. Had it poked away. Taken by O'Callaghan. Here's a lead to Olczyk over the line. Olczyk trying to walk in. Avoids a check. Bouncing in front. Doug Wilson, a bouncing puck. He can't find it. And then he's knocked down by Cicerelli. And the North Stars take over. Gordy Roberts turning in his own end to Kurt Giles. Just 5 seconds for the period. Giles spinning away from a check, and that's going to do it. For the moment, we have no further information on Dennis Savard's condition, but I don't believe he is available at this point. Here's the draw now as we get underway with the second period. Jack O'Callaghan turning at center ice. Cleared it to Doug Wilson. Wilson shot it over the line, but the puck bounced away from Olczyk, and here come the North Stars. Velizchek to Payne over the line. Steve Payne tied up on the boards, and Troy Murray took it away, feeding Doug Wilson at center. Now Wilson cranks a long one. Melange just got a piece of that. Rebound to Giles. North Star penalty is over, and a 2.5-minute Minnesota power play here. Here's Hartsburg over the line to Marouk. Marouk, a bouncing puck, couldn't get the handle. Now Hartsburg at the line. He had it knocked away by Troy Murray, and the North Stars have to regroup at center ice. There's Doug Wilson stealing a loose puck, and he clears it down all the way. Now Ron Wilson for Minnesota. Got it to Craig Hartsburg. He dumps one in. Going over to the far side. It's held in by the North Stars. Ron Wilson along the boards of McKegney. In behind to Marouk. His centering pass hits a skate. Came out to the line. Now here's a steal by Patterson. Patterson racing at center. Trying to fight off a check. And Ron Wilson poked it away nicely. Here come the North Stars. Marouk over the line. Left it for Hartsburg. Craig Hartsburg racks it in behind the goal. Now Marouk in the corner. Dennis Marouk on the far side to the line, and Wilson, his shot, and a save by Vanderman. Rebound to the far corner. Marouk after it there. He digs it loose to Wilson at the line for Hartsburg. Centering McKegney, now a drive. Blocked at the defense. Rebound, and it was shot wide by Wilson. Now Hartsburg at the line. On the boards for Platt to Ron Wilson to Marouk. His centering pass came right back to him, and then Platt just missed tipping it into the open side. Now Patterson moving to center ice for Chicago. Ricky Patterson wasting a little time. As the North Stars are changing players, Patterson cleared it to center, and Ludzik looked as if he could have stayed onside, but he takes an offside two-line pass.
We'll get a report that Dennis Savard twisted his ankle when he ran into Van Hellemond by accident. It was a surprise to him, and as he fell to the ice, he's getting his ankle taped up, and he's expected back.
Just a minute to go now on the North Star getting their first penalty kill of the game. Here's the draw. Taken by Tom McCarthy. Turning into his own zone. McCarthy got away from a check to center. Now rolls it over the line. Broughton trying to cut for the net. He does! And then the puck rolled off his stick just as he was ready to shoot. And then Troy Murray trying to clear it, but it deflects into the crowd. Face off to the left of Murray Bannerman. There's the draw. Squirting free to center ice. Now it came loose to Doug Wilson. And he got it out to the neutral zone. And the North Stars. Now the draw taken by Gordy Roberts, who dumps one in. Over to the far side it goes, kicked loose to Broughton. He got it to the line, McCarthy, who gave it right to Doug Wilson. And he's able to clear it to center ice. Dirk Graham for the North Stars, lost it to O'Callahan, who clears it down the length of the ice. And Roberts is back. As he starts out, the Hawk penalty is over. Both teams now at full strength. Neil Broughton over the line to Ciccarelli, the drive. Deflecting wide, and Bannerman plays it off the backboard and holds. Draw coming to the left of the Chicago goal. Now Lysiak and Acton getting ready. There's the draw. Taken by Keith Brown. Brown put it to the right wing boards. Yaremchuk took a hit from Velishek, and here comes Lysiak. Tom Lysiak over the line, left it for Sutter, a blast! Meloche has got a piece of it with a left pad. Now it's centered to Lysiak, shooting, blocked out the defense, rebound, cleared into the corner. And the North Stars after it there, but Sutter dug it out. To the line, and Brown, here it comes. Meloche the save. Rebound to the North Stars, and back they come in a hurry. Over the line is Acton. To Payne, shooting. Bannerman with a glove
save on a 3-on-2 break for the North Stars. Steve Payne rifled one that was waist high, and Bannerman put the quick glove hand on it. Tommy Lysiak, who has the equalizer in this game, with a nice drop pass to Sutter, who let it go. The first save. And Lysiak again right here. The shot blocked by Kurt Giles, who has been one of the better performers on the Blues. Don Beaupre replaces Meloche. Meloche with an equipment problem as he broke a blade in his skate, so Beaupre has to fill in while they repair the skate. Or probably change the skates of Meloche, and in the meantime, Dennis Savard went out there for a little whirl to see how his leg was.
So Beaupre in the Minnesota goal for the first time in the series. Here's the play into the Hawk zone. A centering pass intercepted by Kurt Frazier. And Frazier starting back. Cleared it to Olczyk at center, rather Troy Murray. Murray coming over the line to Olczyk in the corner. Olczyk looking for a play, but his pass is intercepted by Craig Hartsburg. Now Hartsburg gave it to Tony McKegney. McKegney moving to center, comes over the line, but Marouk was in well ahead of the play. We heard Meloche broke his blade. Would he have another pair of skates, or they have to replace that blade?
Well, he'll have another pair of skates. They all have a pair of backup skates.
So it shouldn't be too long before Meloche gets back. Here's the play to center ice. Over the line is Olczyk. Olczyk trying to move in against Sneps. Rolled it to Frazier. He centered one. Beaupre gloving that. Then he was knocked down, and the puck came free to the North Stars. McKegney clearing it to the Chicago zone. Taken by Jack O'Callaghan, or rather DuPont. DuPont to Olczyk. Now his pass intercepted by Marouk, who whacks it out to center ice. Hawks try to dump it in, however, they're ruled to be offside on the play.
Savard now getting on the ice for his first shift, and on their way up the ice.
Here's the draw, controlled by Minnesota's Richter. Dave Richter clearing to center ice. Roberts coming over the line to Broughton. Neil Broughton trying to center one, and O'Callahan intercepted that. Jack O'Callahan shot it into the North Star end. Roberts going back. Played it to the near side. Graham clearing to center ice. O'Callahan has it there. Shot it back into the North Star zone. Taken by Richter. Dave Richter bounced it to Neil Broughton, who chipped it to center. Here's the North Stars over the line. Ciccarelli turning, put it in behind the net. Bannerman out to play it there. Gave it to Doug Wilson. And Wilson scoops it over everybody's head. It winds up in the crowd. 14 minutes to go in the second period. Chicago 2, Minnesota 2. We'll be right back.
Nice sight. This black eye on Dave Richter. He suffered that in an altercation with Al Secord in Game 1 of this series.
Face off to the left of Murray Bannerman. Now the draw taken by Ben Wilson back of the net. Wilson trying to walk around a check, now knocked down on the play. Acton holding it in, but he doesn't have any help as the puck controlled by Wilson. Ben Wilson cleared it to Yaremchuk. Ken Yaremchuk over the line, trying to move in. He's turned around on the play, and Belichick will get a penalty here. Yaremchuk's speed creates another opportunity for Chicago. A delayed call against Minnesota. The Hawks have 6 skaters out there. Ben Wilson now walking over the line. Wilson had it knocked away, and the North Stars control now, so the call will be made. Face off to the right of Don Beaupre, who is on in relief of Melange, who's getting his equipment taken care of. Hawks with a power play now. Larmer in the far corner. Steve Larmer out to the line for Doug Wilson. A long shot. That sails wide, and Graham cleared to center, and Neil Brott over the line, shoots one, and Bannerman a pad save as he stood right up. Now, Blackhawks Doug Wilson controlling to Savard at center. Dennis Savard moving over the line. On the far side, he centered one. It came to Doug Wilson. The drive. He missed the net. Rebound in behind the goal. They scramble, and it'll be held there. Ready, here's the draw to Doug Wilson at the far point along the boards for Troy Murray. Murray on the far side, holding on into the circle. Murray trying to center one. Lysiak on the near side, turns into the deep slot. Lysiak now looking for a play, rolled it to Bob Murray. Back to Lysiak, the pass didn't click, and the Hawks have to regroup at center ice. Here's Troy Murray, who carries it over the line, rolled it to Bob Murray. He centers one, deflected by Giles. He nearly tipped it into his own net, but he controls, and he shoots it down all the way. 45 seconds for the Hawk power play. There's Tom Lysiak walking over the line, gave it away to Broughton, and the Hawks are ruled to be offside anyway.
Minute 20 seconds.
2-2 your score. There's the draw taken by Keith Brown. He gave it to Ben Wilson back into his own zone. Now Brown feeding Savard. Dennis Savard to Larmer. He couldn't hold the bouncing pass, and the North Stars clear it to the Hawk line. Here's Dennis Savard moving into the North Star end. Rolls it around to the far corner. Secord after it there. Got it to Ben Wilson. Now Larmer side of the goal. Moving in behind. Larmer out to the line for Brown. To Ben Wilson. Lets it go. Blocked at the defense. The North Star penalty is over. Here come the North Stars now. Graham over the line. 2-on-1 to Velas. Check the centering pass. Just too far for Graham, who had the whole side of the net open, but he couldn't get to the pass. Back comes Larmer. His shot deflected well wide of the target. And it winds up in the crowd. 11 minutes to go. Chicago 2, Minnesota 2 in the second period. We'll be right back.
The Hawks didn't have a very effective power play, and they almost give up a shorthanded goal. A 2-on-1. Graham to Velishek. Passed it back to Graham, and it just missed him.
Here's the draw taken by Bob Murray, who dumps it in. Gordy Roberts is back to Willie Plett on right wing. He couldn't get it out. DuPont a long shot. Hit somebody in front. And now into the corner goes Roberts, who clears to McKegney. He got it to center ice, and Plett over the line to Marouk. Dennis Marouk trying to center. It's kicked into the corner. McKegney rolled it in front. A shot! Willie Plett backhander just sent wide. Had a point-blank chance. He missed the net, but now the Hawks are going to get it.
Rick Patterson gets a holding penalty at 9:26. Willie Plett with a good opportunity in the backhand shot. Rick Patterson and Marouk go to get to the loose puck. Marouk gets to it first, and Patterson pulls him from behind. Grabbed his right shoulder, and Marouk went down right in front of Van Helleman.
Both Minnesota goals have come on the power play so far in this game. Here's another opportunity for the North Stars, and the draw shot into the Minnesota zone. Ron Wilson. Now starts Keith Acton out to center ice. Acton feeding to the near side. Bellows lost it to Troy Murray, but Acton carries on. He moves in. Acton turning on the far side. Bob Murray bumped him into the corner. Now Payne after it there. Got some help from Acton, who dug it out. Acton on the far side. Out to the line for Wilson. He gave it back to Acton, who centered. Payne in traffic, couldn't pull the trigger. Now Acton on the far side. Keith Acton to the side of the net for Payne, trying to stuff it in, and the shot was blocked en route. Here's Acton centering for Hartsburg. His shot is blocked by Bob Murray. The puck squirts free. North Stars hold it in. Here's Ron Wilson to the near side, and Acton. Bob Murray is shaken up, but the play is going on. Bellows out to the line, and the North Stars can't control. Bob Murray, who blocked that last shot in his midsection, I think is still a little bit woozy. But here come the North Stars. Here's Wilson, a long shot. Hit the side of the net on a tip. Rebound to the near side. Held in by Broughton. To the line in Hartsburg. He centered one tip. It was deflected up over the glass and into the crowd. Draw. Taken by Roberts, who held it in nicely to Ciccarelli. Dino Ciccarelli on the near side. Ciccarelli looking for a play. Still hanging on. Now he shoots. And a save by Bannerman. Rebound to McCarthy. Put it in behind the goal. Broughton. Neil Broughton, a wraparound. Rolled it right through the slot. And nobody could get any wood on it. Now the Hawks able to clear to center ice. North Stars flipping it ahead, but Ben Wilson stealing. Clears it down all the way. As he does, the Hawk penalty is over now. Both teams are back at full strength. Here's McCarthy deep in his own zone. Lysiak stepped into him, but McCarthy cleared it to center ice. There's Ciccarelli with a steal from Ben Wilson. Put it over the line. Broughton to the near corner. Turning there, dropped it out in front. Roberts a long shot. Bannerman the save. Rebound to the near board. Now Roberts holding it in, shoots one tip, and a save by Bannerman. Neil Broughton redirected that, and Bannerman made
One coming from the point. He deflects it into the crowd. Second time in this period that Broughton tried to stuff it, and both times they lost control of the puck.
Second period, still 2-2. Now everybody ready. Here's the draw taken by O'Callaghan. He rolls it ahead to Frazier on left wing. Kurt Frazier to the near side, and Troy Murray sends it in. Back of the net, Kurt Giles. Put it to the right wing boards. Platt took a hit, but he held the puck. Willie Platt deep in his own zone to Velishek, and the North Stars clear to center ice. Taken by Jack O'Callaghan, who got it to Doug Wilson. Now Frazier. Frazier lost it as he came over the line. Now here's O'Callaghan moving in. He's turned around on the play, and Velishek controls for the North Stars. To Tony McKegney, number 25. McKegney trying to dump it in. It bounced to Maruka. Backhander and a save by Bannerman. Rebound to the line. Velishek for Giles. He shoveled it in front, right on, and a save by Bannerman as the puck went through a maze of legs, and Bannerman able to...
This period belonging to the North Stars. They have no goals to show for it. The Hawks.
There's the draw. Out to the line. Hartsburg a long shot. Blocker saved by Bannerman. Rebound taken by Bob Murray. Murray to the left wing boards, and Secord deflecting to Savard. Dennis Savard moving over the line, trying to walk around Hartsburg. Centered one, and Payne intercepted that. Now in the far corner, Snaps and Secord come together. Then Payne in there to help out. Puck came free to the near side. Bob Murray keeping it in. Back of the net to Savard. It bounced away from him. Snaps and Secord are still on the ice in a battle. And now the puck comes free to the near corner. Larmer, back of the goal to Savard. He centered one, deflecting away from Secord. And the North Stars' Bellows able to work his way to center ice. Now Minnesota dumping it in. Taken by DuPont. And the Hawks clear it right back into Minnesota territory. There's Dirk Graham, who feeds Keith Acton over the line. Acton crisscrossing, and then Tom Lysiak took it away. Ahead to Yaremchuk. He busts over the line, moving right in. The shot. Balash, the save. Rebound Yaremchuk. Centered one. It came right back to him. Yaremchuk threw it in front again. Just too far for both Sutter and Lysiak. And the North Stars clear it back into the Blackhawk zone. Bannerman shooting it out to center ice. Lysiak carries it in. Lysiak trying to move in front, but Richter turned him around on the play and clears it into the neutral area. Now here's Yaremchuk, who lost it as he came over the line. Dirk Graham able to feed Ciccarelli. Dino Ciccarelli's pass bouncing loose into the Hog zone. Broughton got to it. Here's the shot.
Barry Bannerman has been very busy in the second period. He's been very sharp.
Face off to the right of the Hawk goal. The draw to O'Callahan. Jack O'Callahan on the far side. Got it to Kurt Frazier, who shoots it to center ice. Stolen there. Over the line. Here's McKegney, and he whiffed on his shot. And the Hawks clear to the neutral zone again. Now Richter sending it right back in. On the near side, McKegney poked it in behind the goal. Plett. Willie Plett lost it to Troy Murray, who feeds Jack O'Callahan. O'Callahan to Murray again. Troy Murray working to center ice, now sends it in. Here's the puck bouncing on the far side, and Richter came up with it. Big Dave Richter lumbering over the Hawk line. He rolled into the corner, chased it himself. Richter centered one, hit the side of the net. Now it bounces free to Marouf. Dennis Marouf put it in behind the goal. Bouncing loose there, and Troy Murray whacks it down, and it winds up in the North Star bench. So the whistle sounds. Off here will be to the right of Murray Bannerman. Just over 4 minutes to go in the second period. All the scoring was done in the first, and it's still 2-2. Now here's the draw. Taken by Velizchek, who put it to the far corner. Now cleared behind the goal. Taken by Ken Yaremchuk on right wing, and he cleared it to center. Just bounced away from Darryl Sutter back into Minnesota territory. Heard Giles getting back. Bumped in the corner, but then the puck came free to Velizchek. Velizchek lost it, then Sutter couldn't pull the trigger as the puck bounced over his stick. And it's cleared into the Hawk zone. And Yaremchuk on the near side to Tom Lysiak. Lysiak carries it over the line. And the Hawks had a 4-on-3, but Yaremchuk went in offside.
Not really 100% comfortable on that right wing spot yet.
There's Keith Brown deep in his own zone with 3.5 to go in the second period, beating Secord, who shot it back into the North Star zone. Gordy Roberts for Minnesota. Roberts bumped along the boards. Now it squirts free over to the far side. Ciccarelli is on it there. So Roberts deep in his own end. Gordy Roberts bounced one to center ice. Taken there by Savard, who moves back. Savard carries over the line in traffic. Then he's knocked off the puck, but Secord got to it. Shoot! He scores! Secord! After Savard drew everybody to himself, the puck squirted to Secord. 3-2 Blackhawks.
Savard carrying the puck at the blue line. He lost a step for a minute. Looked like he's still suffering the effects of that sprained ankle. He drew everyone to him. 3 North Star players concentrate on him. Secor just hacks at it, advances it, and then lets the shot go. And I think it got the inside of Malash's right skate. So everyone paying attention to Savard. Larmer is in front. Secor, one chop at it, and then he gets a shot go off the right heel of Malash's skate. And what a big goal that is for the Hawks, as the North Stars had control of the play in this second period.
For the first time, the Blackhawks are ahead in this game at 3-2. Here's Olczyk cutting right in, and he couldn't pull the trigger as he was knocked down by Giles at the defense. Now the North Stars moving to center ice. There's the play broken up by O'Callaghan. And Jack O'Callaghan clears it into the Minnesota zone. Now Tony McKegney got it to Willie Plett at center, and Plett dumps one in. Going back is O'Callaghan. He sends Doug Wilson on his way. Wilson got it to center and then flipped it in from there. 2 minutes to go in the period as Gordy Roberts starts out. Roberts had his pass broken up, then it came right back to him, and he flipped one to Steve Payne for Acton. Keith Acton into the Hawk zone, shoots one. Ooh, a rocket just missed the near post. Now taken by Lysia. The Hawks trying to move back in a hurry. Here's Yaremchuk moving over the line to Lysia. And his pass went off a skate to Acton. Keith Acton into Chicago territory. Tied up now, Payne a shot. And he sent that one wide. Ron Wilson, center one, Payne alone. Bannerman, great save. Rebound, controlled by the Hawks, DuPont. The North Stars had 2 players all alone in front of Bannerman. And Murray Bannerman stopped Steve Payne from the doorstep. Now here's Neil Broughton at center ice. Coming over the line, trying to split the defense. He did. And then Bannerman came to poke it away. Going to the far corner, Savard dug it out. Rings it around to the near side, and Larmer able to flip it to center ice as we go to the final minute of the second period. There's Cicerelli. Had it knocked away, but Ron Wilson carries on. Wilson lost it to Savard. Now the race is on. Savard moving over the line to the near side, shooting. Malash rebound. They score! Secord again! As the speed of Savard, as he got the turnover in his own end, it turned into a 2-on-1 situation. Malash, the original save. Secord banging in the rebound for his second of the night. Savard stealing the puck in his own blue line, racing into the North Star zone. Hartsburg, the only man back. Savard's shot saved by Malash, but then he had no chance as Secord got the rebound and poked it into the open goal. Secord, his second of the night, 4th of the playoffs, and 19th of the year. And the Hawks have the North Stars reeling with a 4-2 Chicago lead. Now it's cleared into the North Star zone. Richter is back, half a minute to go in the period. Richter bouncing it to the far side. Frazier kept it in. His pass then intercepted. And here's Neil Broughton. Broughton moving over the line. In traffic, he had it knocked away, but a shot and a save by Bannerman as McCarthy flipped one from a scramble. Now it came loose to Olczyk. And Olczyk cleared it to Kurt Frazier, who I believe just had his bell rung a bit. And the puck winds up in the penalty box. And the siren goes here in Minnesota. But 2 second period goals by the Blackhawks in the late stages, both by Al Secord, putting the Hawks out in front by a score of 4-2. Secord got his first goal from Savard at 17:10, and then Secord from Savard again at 19:18 to give the Blackhawks the lead in the second period. The North Stars, the Blackhawks, comes in here to start the third period for the North Stars. Beaupre this year had a record of 2-1-1 against Chicago. But in years past, he's usually had even a little bit better record than that. So Beaupre on in relief here will be down to our left for the North Stars, and Murray Bannerman down to our right for the Blackhawks. 4-2 Chicago as we go into the third period, and here's the draw. Taken by the North Stars. McKegney chipping it in. Doug Wilson gets back, then lost it to Plett. Willie Plett tied up along the boards. Now it's dug loose. McKegney. McKegney in traffic is knocked down, and then Frazier rings it around to the near side. Now poked in behind the Hawk goal. Plett trying to dig it loose there. He did, centering, but Troy Murray stealing. Ahead to Olczyk. And Olczyk a long shot, and Beaupre grabs that and gives it to Hartsburg. Greg Hartsburg to Tony McKegney. He works his way to center ice. Walks over the line. Now it's knocked away from him, and Troy Murray chips it into the Minnesota zone. Ron Wilson back for the North Stars to Keith Acton. Acton lost it to Lysiak, and then he threw it to the far side. Yaremchuk centered one. Just too far for Sutter, and back comes Acton. Keith Acton's pass broken up, but controlled finally by the North Stars, and Ron Wilson now carries to center ice. Beating Brian Bellows, who threw it into the far corner. Yaremchuk took a bump there, and that allows Brown to pick up the loose puck. Clears it to center. Roberts dumps it right back in. Brown bumped in the corner by Acton. Now they wrestle around there. Brown wants to freeze it, having a tough time doing it, and they still wrestle in the corner. Now Acton able to dig it out. Keith Acton to the line, and Roberts holding it in. To Bellows in behind the net. Back to Roberts. He centered one. Here's a shot blocked by Brown at the defense. Bannerman coming out to swat it to the far side. And here comes Sutter. Darryl Sutter over the line, waiting for help. Left it for Lysiak. Tom Lysiak to the trailer. Bob Murray, a backhander. Deflected wide as Murray was trying for Sutter, who was alone in the slot. Now the North Stars move away. Neil Brott lost it, though, to Secord, who dumps it into the North Star zone. Ron Wilson for Minnesota to Dino Ciccarelli. Now Broughton. Neil Brott carries it over the line. Turning onto the far side, and then just shot it right back to center ice. Broughton has it again and flips it in. Jerome Dupont back, and he clears it right back into the North Star zone. Going back is Giles, and that'll be an icing call against Chicago. We're early in the third period. Blackhawks 4, North Stars 2. Face off to the right of Murray Bannerman in the Blackhawk zone. Now everybody getting set. Savard against Acton for the draw. Now everybody moving early again. By the way, Beaupre during the regular season had a goals against of 3.69, which was slightly better than anybody else for the North Stars in regular season play. He made 31 appearances for Minnesota. Here's the draw, cleared out to center ice. Belichick got it to Steve Payne, and he drives it in. Over to the near side, Bellows. He centered with a shot. Bannerman, what a save on Payne. Steve Payne at the far side open, but shot it right into Bannerman. Now Belichick a drive, deflected wide. Back of the net it goes. O'Callahan battling there. Got it into the corner. It came loose. Held in by Giles. Here's a centering pass to Bellows, and then his shot is blocked by Doug Wilson. Now Savard came up with it and clears it to the center ice area. Bert Giles in his own end to the far side, and Dirk Graham rolled it to Broughton. Neil Broughton over the line, walked around Ben Wilson, moving in behind the net. Broughton out in front to Roberts. Here's the shot, and a save, rebound. Bannerman diving, and he covers it up, but we're going to have a penalty as Ciccarelli was knocked down in the goal mouth scramble.
Ken Yaremchuk gets a big penalty, a holding penalty, as he dumps Ciccarelli, as the North Stars had great pressure. Bannerman brilliant in this hockey game, especially in the second period and the start of this period. But what a great save he makes here as he's moving across. Payne's got the whole short side, and he shot it right into Murray Bannerman.
Here the North Stars on the power play. A shot by Wilson went wide. Now it came to the corner. Broughton centered one, and Cicerelli deflected it wide, and now Bannerman covers at the side of the goal, and Cicerelli slamming his stick against the boards in disgust.
We had the empty net, and he fanned on the shot, and a quick feed across the goal mouth from Neil Broughton. Broughton, who has great hands, quick hands, a great play to get it across the goal mouth. And Cicerelli, who doesn't miss very often from in close, gave the Hawks a break.
There's the draw to the North Stars. It came in front, right through the slot, and Graham was dumped and couldn't deflect it. And the Hawks clear to the North Star zone. Hartsburg moving back. His pass nearly broken up, then it came right back to him. Hartsburg over the line, weaving to the far side, lost it. Now the Hawks couldn't get it out, though. It's bouncing into the near corner. Ron Wilson put it in behind the goal. Cicerelli. Dino Cicerelli tied up on the play. Doug Wilson wants to freeze it. It came loose, though. Broughton out to the line. Hartsburg to Ron Wilson. Shooting. He missed the net rebound. And Broughton in behind. Now coming in front. Centered at the shot. And it's blocked out the defense. Hartsburg on the far side. Centered one. Broughton now waiting for a play. Broughton turns to the boards. Centered one. Blocked out the defense. Now taken by Broughton in the corner. He's knocked out. We're going to have another penalty coming up here. And the Hawks look out now. They're going to be 2 men short. Chicago 4, Minnesota 2. A 2-man advantage for the North Stars. When we come back.
North Stars will have a 2-man advantage for 50 seconds. The Hawks not getting any breaks from Van Hellemond in this contest.
Bob Murray off for holding at 4:50, and this could be the ball game in some respects right here. If the Hawks can get through it, they'll really take some wind out of the Minnesota sails. But the North Star with a tremendous opportunity here. Face off to the left of Bannerman. Now everybody ready to draw to Ron Wilson. Over to Hartsburg. Hartsburg in the deep slot. Roll it to Wilson. Now side of the net, Marouk for Hartsburg in front. His shot is blocked. Now Ron Wilson in front. His drive blocked again. Wilson held it in. Cuts in front. Center one. Hartsburg. Bannerman, great save on Hartsburg. And it's cleared to the line, but not out. Held in. Here's Hartsburg to Marouk. Marouk centered it. Blocked at the defense. In front to Hartsburg. Now Wilson. The shot. Bannerman again. Rebound to the far corner. Lysiak doesn't even have a stick. The Hawks only have 2.5 men out there. Here's Willie Plett. Centered one. Bannerman blocked the pass. Came to the near side. Ron Wilson holds it in. Wilson moving in for Hartsburg. Shooting. He scores! First penalty expired.
Well, Bannerman brilliant after Lysiak lost the stick. And Hartsburg, who had great chance after great chance, finally put the wrist shot past Bannerman. Yaremchuk's penalty had just expired, so Bob Murray will get to come out as well. With Bannerman with a great sequence of saves in a 2-man short situation. And Hartsburg finally gets one by him. But Lysiak had lost his, or broken his stick. A bad break for the Hawks all around. Van Hellemond calling the second penalty for holding on Bob Murray. Lysiak breaking his stick. And then right at the end of the penalty, Hartsburg makes it 4-3.
So as we said, the penalty or the goal comes right as Yaremchuk's penalty expires. So that means Bob Murray comes out of the box as well. And both teams will be back to full strength. Dennis Marouk has not made very many friends on the Chicago roster, I can assure you of that. There's the draw cleared into the Hawk zone. Bannerman put it to the far side. Now Plett digging it out. Willie Plett centered one. It's cleared in behind the goal. Taken by Jack O'Callahan. It's cleared to the North Star zone, but Giles has it there. Then he lost it. Olczyk right in for Murray. Oh, the pass didn't click. Now O'Callahan held it in and then lost it to Velizchek. Boy, Eddie Olczyk was right in but tried to feed Troy Murray, and the pass didn't click, and the Hawks had a great chance go by the wayside. Now here's the puck in the Hawk zone. The North Stars want to freeze it. They do. Goal. Here's the draw. Taken by Brown. Keith Brown to Secord on left wing. He bounced it to the North Star line. Taken by Richter to Roberts. Roberts now for Payne, and his pass broken up, and then the North Stars come in offside.
The Hawks changing on the fly in overtime.
There's the draw cleared behind the Hawk net. Ben Wilson is there. To the right wing boards Yaremchuk. He swats it ahead to Lysiak, and now the Hawks finally clear it into the North Star zone. Roberts is back. Gordy Roberts back of his own goal. Now tied up by Sutter, but the puck came free to center ice. Here's Broughton racing over the line. Broughton moving in, cuts for the net, and then he lost the puck as he was ready to shoot. Rolled it right through the goal crease. In the near corner, Graham centered one. Over to the far side, Roberts, the shot. And that deflects wide. Taken by Sutter, and he wants to clear it. He shoots at the length of the ice. Now Savard is hustling, so Beaupre has to play the puck, and no icing there. There's the puck cleared to center now. Bob Murray back over the line to Larmer. He centered one, and then it's intercepted at the defense. Cicerelli over to the far side, trying to feed ahead, and finally it's loose to center ice, and Bob Murray able to flip it right back in. Dave Richter back to Roberts, and now Payne on left wing. Ahead to Acton, he busts right in. Acton, a shot! Bannerman the save, and he holds on as the North Stars turning on the afterburners on a couple of occasions here and nearly splitting the Hawk defense. Just under 12 minutes to go. 4-3 Chicago. Period. They've gotten one by Bannerman, but Murray Bannerman is having an outstanding outing in this game 3 of the series. Face off to his right here. The draw to the line, Hartsburg. His shot is blocked. Bouncing loose to center. Patterson racing after it. He gets it. Comes over the line to Sutter. The return pass broken up at the defense. And here come the North Stars. Keith Acton over the line to McCarthy, shooting, Bannerman rebound, Bannerman again! Great save on Acton's rebound. Now Acton centered it, the shot, and a save by Bannerman again. Rebound to Patterson. Rick Patterson works his way to center ice. He cleared it ahead to Sutter. Darryl Sutter knocked off the puck by Giles, and the North Stars McCarthy carries it in. He got it to Acton turning. Then his pass is broken up. And loose at center ice to Hartsburg. Greg Hartsburg tied up along the boards. Now it came free. O'Callahan is pulled down and the play goes on. Taken by nobody yet. It came loose into the North Star zone, and the Hawks are ruled offside on the play.
Keith Acton with good speed dropped it to McCarthy. A shot, the rebound to Acton, and back-to-back saves by Murray Bannerman, who's been brilliant.
Now the North Stars, Willie Flood has room on right wing to center. Flood sending it in. Bouncing around to the far side, Troy Murray came up with it ahead to Frazier. Kurt Frazier moving over the line, shoots one, and it's blocked at the defense. Taken by Dennis Marouk. Marouk shoveled it not out. Here's a long shot, gloved by Beaupre. And the North Stars clear it to Tony McKegney. Now Marouk. Dennis Marouk into the Hawk zone. Left it for McKegney, a shot, and it deflects wide. Rebound taken by the Hawks' Troy Murray. And he gave it to Kurt Frazier. Frazier returning to the stick of Murray, who's able to whack it to center ice. Taken by Roberts. Gordy Roberts clearing it into the Hawk zone as the North Stars are changing on the move. Here's Ben Wilson to Eddie Olczyk. He flipped it into the Minnesota zone. Giles gets back. Herb Giles cleared it to the neutral area. Now he gets it back. Giles feeding to Payne. Payne over the line. Bob Murray turned him around. Puck loose into the corner. Bellows centered one, and it's intercepted by Savard to Secord, and he cleared it to center. Now Dave Richter, or rather Velizchek, dumps it right back into the Hawk zone. Bob Murray bounced it to the far side, and now here's Savard to center. Dennis Savard over the line, crisscrossing, nearly ran into Secord and therefore lost the puck. Here come the North Stars. Might be a 2-on-1. Acton over the line. Pass is broken up. And now Dupont had it right at the side of his own net, and O'Callahan helped out. O'Callahan to Steve Larmer. Larmer into the North Star end. Roll it for Savard. He has room. Moving in. Shoot. Hit the goal post. And Beaupre covers it up. With the score, 4-3 Chicago. Dennis Savard missed by an inch of giving the Blackhawks a 2-goal lead. As he had a chance, but he slid it by Beaupre only to have it hit the goal post. Here come the North Stars now. Cicerelli dumping it in. 8.5 minutes to go. O'Callahan in his own zone to Sutter. Darryl Sutter has room, clearing to Doug Wilson at center. Wilson a long blast. Beaupre the save, and he kicks it over.
Coming up from his defense position as Darryl Sutter gave it to him. He let it go just halfway between the red line and the blue line, and Beaupre had to be very alert.
Quite a few empty seats up at in the upper sections of the arena. Here come the North Stars, though. Neil Brott carries it over the line. Left it for McCarthy. Shoots! And Batterman got a piece. Came to the near side. Hartsburg held it in. Flipped it along the boards, and Ricky Patterson fell on top of the Minnesota end. Randy Velizchek gets back. Velizchek bumped. Olczyk took it away. Moving right in front. Shoots. Beaupre, the save. Rebound. Shot wide by a falling Frazier. Now on the near side. Willie Plett working his way out. Cleared it to McKegney, who chips it into the Hog zone. Going to the near corner. Plett hit the side of the goal as he tried to center. Now taken by Brown. He couldn't get it out. Velizchek, a shot and a save. Rebound! Batterman the save on Marouk. Even though Batterman was down and out, he somehow got a piece of Marouk's rebound. Now Doug Wilson moving out. Wilson catches him in a change. Comes over the line. Here's a drive and a save by Beaupre. Rebound controlled by Ron Wilson for Minnesota. Cleared it to Steve Payne. And now Acton. Acton carries over the line. Trying to move in. He lost his footing, but centered one. Just too far for Payne as he had the open side. And the North Stars barely missed tying the game. Now Acton at center. Keith Acton to Roberts. His pass stolen by O'Callahan, who dumps it right back in. Now the North Stars try to move out. Gordy Roberts cleared it to Steve Payne. His pass stolen by Savard to Larmer. Larmer moving to the near corner. Larmer tied up along the boards, and now the puck came free on the far side, but the Hawks hold it in. Savard for Secord. Here's a backhander. He just missed the net with that. Now the Hawks hold it in. Dupont put it back to the net. Savard after it there. Dennis Savard looking for a play. Out to the line, Bob Murray. Threw it to the near side, Sutter. Darryl Sutter to the corner. Centered one. Intercepted by Minnesota's Bellows. Brian Bellows back into Chicago territory, trying to cut for the net. Bob Murray took him down and forced him in behind the net. They battle into the far corner. Broughton dug it out. Neil Broughton tied up by Savard. Came loose. Here's a shot. And Brian Bellows didn't get much on that. Bannerman clears it back to the North Star zone. And this will be an icing call. Along with Dale Talon, Pat Foley back in the Met Center, where the Hawks continue to cling to a 1-goal lead. Here's the play in the Hawk zone. Ben Wilson fought off a check, and he cleared it to center ice nicely. Now Rick Patterson dumping it in. Battle in behind the North Star goal. Sutter trying to jam it loose, but Giles came up with it. Kurt Giles clearing it to the neutral area. Ben Wilson flipped it ahead, but right to Giles. He cleared it to Graham. Dirk Graham lost it to Rick Patterson, and Patterson got it to the center ice area. Here's Hartsburg to Neil Broughton, and a two-line pass stopping the play.
Well, Broughton had his feet across the line. The puck hadn't crossed the line, but he picked it up. A two-line pass, a good call by the linesman Scampanelli. 10 penalties in this hockey game. The Hawks have had 7 of them.
Face off right at the North Star line. There's the draw taken by Ron Wilson to Marouk. He dumps it in. Murray Bannerman put it to the far side. Troy Murray with some help bounce one to center. Now the Hawks, Frazier dumps one in. Olczyk left it on the boards for Troy Murray, centering. That's blocked by Marouk. Now Frazier in the corner, put it in front, and Olczyk had a bouncing puck, couldn't get off a shot. Now it's center ice, Jack O'Callahan. Cleared it to Troy Murray, and then the Hawks dump it in. Gordy Roberts leads the North Stars out with 4 minutes left to go. Here's Savard stealing at center. His pass then stolen back by the North Stars, McKegney. Tony McKegney turning in his own zone. Gave it to Roberts. Works it to center and dumps it in. Going back is DuPont to the near side, and Secord, who has 2 goals in the game. Couldn't get it out, though. Into the corner it goes. Now O'Callahan back of the net. To the right wing boards, and Larmer cleared to center ice. Velizchek has it there and gave it to Kurt Giles. There's Giles scooping it high into the Blackhawk zone. O'Callahan in the corner, knocked down. Here's Payne digging it out, centered one, stolen by Savard, and he cleared to center ice. Now Giles, his pass stolen by Larmer, and Larmer dumping it back into the North Star zone as the Hawks change on the move. We're down to 3 minutes left to go. 4-3 Hawks. Here's Sutter with a steal. Sutter into the corner, centered one right through the goal crease. And the North Stars clear to center ice. Brown will dump it right back in. Now Velizchek trying to feed ahead, got it to Ciccarelli. Dino Ciccarelli over the line, shoots one, and Bannerman a pad save. Here's McCarthy, his pass, stolen by Lysiak. And he finds the opening and rolls it into the North Star zone. 2.5 minutes to go as Hartsburg cleared it to center ice. Tom McCarthy carries it over the line. Left it for Ciccarelli. Broken up by Patterson. And then Ben Wilson clears it. Here's a 2-on-1. Sutter over the line. He's got Murray with him. Centered one. The pass didn't get through as Roberts made a nice defensive move. Now here's a steal. Troy Murray knocked down. He took a high stick. The play goes on as Troy Murray is laying on the ice. Here come the North Stars. And then Olczyk stealing one. Now the play is stopped. Troy Murray got a high stick from somebody, it appeared, and he is cut right on the forehead.
I don't believe Van Hellemond. No penalty, and then he didn't blow the whistle as he lay there bleeding profusely. The play continued on into the Hawk zone. That's the second time in this game where Van Hellemond has failed to blow the whistle. Well, the Hawk player's been injured. Well, he's been brutal throughout this game.
So the Blackhawk trainer, Skip Thayer, is out, and Troy Murray was only on the ice for about, I'd say, 10 seconds, and there's quite a pool of blood as a result of a cut right on his forehead. It appears just below the line of his helmet. But I agree with you. I can't.
For a game this important, a playoff game, 7 penalties to Chicago has had out of 10. One he calls for unsportsmanlike. Another one, 2 men short the Hawks to give the North Stars back in the game. And there's the high stick there We can't see if it was accidental or not. I imagine it was. I don't think Tom McCarthy would intentionally do that, as he was just reaching back to try and get a chance at the puck.
You know, but the point is, there's Troy Murray laying on the ice, bleeding like a stuck pig now. Van Helleman's on the other side of the ice. How does he know the stick didn't get him in the eye? Off to the Blackhawk dressing room. He'll need a couple of stitches. It appeared that the gash is right up over the bridge of the nose, up on his forehead, right below where the line of his helmet is.
Well, the Hawks lose a valuable player, though. In the last 2 minutes of the game, Troy Murray gets to play a lot. Now Bill Gardner steps in his position, a valuable player.
4-3 Hawks, 2 minutes to go. Here's Bob Murray in his own end. To Frazier on the boards, and he cleared it to center ice. Now Gordy Roberts nearly gave it away. Puck loose into the North Star end. Taken by Roberts. He cleared it to McKegney, now Marouk. To Willie Plett. And he tried to flip it in, but it winds up in the seats. Now Marouk is jabbering again, and one of the Blackhawks, I believe it might be Olczyk.
Kurt Frazier took the feet from under Marouk right in front of the Hawk bench. He's certainly pretty brave when you've got a couple of those guys in the striped jerseys in between. The referee says let him go. Marouk will go the other way. The deflection, and there, Marouk shoved to the ice. He was off balance. Kurt Frazier just swatting him away like a little fly.
A minute and a half left to go. The Hawks on the verge of taking a 2-1 lead in the series, but the North Stars have a minute and a half to try to do something about that. For the moment, Don Beaupre remaining in goal for Minnesota. Draw is at the Hawk line. Here's the faceoff, and Lysiak bangs it right back into the North Star end. Giles is on it. Now Kurt Giles cleared it to Payne to Bellows. Brian Bellows to center ice. He flips it in. It goes into the far corner. Acton and Doug Wilson come together there. Now Lysiak wants a faceoff, and he'll get it as he pins it up on the boards with 1:15 to go.
Face-off, so very important. You got a great face-off man now. Minute 15, you can kill off a lot of valuable seconds. All the North Stars wanted to do is get a face-off in the Hawk zone and maybe pull the goaltender. There's a minute 15 remaining, usually around the minute mark. The goaltender goes to the bench if the play is in the offensive zone.
Lysiak, Sutter, and Patterson on for Chicago. Acton, Payne, and Bellows for Minnesota. Face off to the right of Murray Bannerman, who has been outstanding in the game. Now they get ready. Everybody has to get reset. Now they square him up. There's the draw, out to the line. Hartsburg, a long shot, and a save by Bannerman. And he gave it to Bob Murray, rings it around the boards. Giles held it in, shoots. Bannerman, the save, rebound, knocked away from Payne at the last moment. Now Payne in front to Hartsburg. It's blocked by Patterson. And it slides into the neutral zone. Under a minute to go. There's Craig Hartsburg. As he comes up, here goes Beaupre to the bench. 6 skaters on for the North Stars. Puck bouncing, and Doug Wilson hacked at it. It winds up in the crowd.
Well, bad break there for the Hawks. The puck dumped in. Wilson would have gotten to it. If it comes off the corner boards flat, Wilson would have been able to clear it out of his own zone, but it was bouncing. As he tried to clear it, he cleared it into the crowd. We get another face-off to the left of Bannerman this time.
And there'll be a timeout taken. Now the North Stars with 6 attackers out there. Bellows, Payne, Broughton, Cicerelli, Ron Wilson, and Hartsburg. For the Blackhawks, Lysiak, Patterson, and Sutter, with Bob Murray and Doug Wilson at the defense. Face off to the left of Bannerman. Now Lysiak and Broughton getting ready. Now they don't want to drop the puck. There it is. The draw came loose to Sutter, and he clears it down to the North Star zone. There's going to be an icing call. The race is on. Hartsburg hustling. He touched it first with Ricky Patterson in hot pursuit. And the Hawks used up just 9 seconds there.
Lysiak won the draw. Sutter got to it. He just banked it off the boards. He was falling down as he did it. He just hit it a little too hard and went the length of the ice.
Now 38 seconds to go. Again, they'll face it off to the left of Murray Bannerman. Lysiak and Broughton again. Here it is. Lysiak won it again, but then it came loose. Doug Wilson cleared it into the North Star zone. Half a minute left. Hartsburg getting back. Patterson is hustling. Now the puck came free on the boards, and they battle in the corner. Finally cleared around to the near side. 20 seconds left. Bellows trying to move out. Brian Bellows. Stolen by Sutter. He's got an empty net. Hawks win! Hawks win! With 13 seconds left. Daryl Sutter stole one. Flipped it into the open goal. 5-3 Chicago.
I mentioned face-offs, so very important. 2 face-offs in a row to the left of Bannerman. They had 3 face-offs in the last 50 seconds in the Hawk zone, and the Hawks got control of all 3 of them. Tom Lysiak, a tremendous job winning both big face-offs to the left of Bannerman. The Hawks able to get it out. One time it was an icing. He had to win it again. A good defensive play by Doug Wilson to get it to the neutral zone. Then the Hawks with aggressive forechecking. Sutter steals it in the neutral zone, and he buries it to ice the victory. What a big win for the Hawks with only 13 seconds remaining.
So the draw cleared into the Chicago zone. Boy, is this place emptying out in a hurry. It's cleared back to center ice, and you can make it official now. The game is over. And the Blackhawks have taken Game 3 of the series and therefore lead it 2-1. As in the third period, each team got a goal. The North Stars got their 3rd power play goal. This one from Hartsburg, assisted by Wilson and Marouk at 5:40. And the Blackhawks nursing a 1-goal lead until the final seconds when Daryl Sutter scored unassisted into an empty net, his 3rd of the playoffs, 23rd of the year at 19:47. In the final period, the Hawks wind up with 6 shots for a total of 30, and the North Stars had 14 for a total of 41. And what a group around Murray Bannerman, and deservedly so. He was just outstanding. As Meloche was the difference in the first game, Dale, I think Bannerman was the difference tonight.
Definitely. The Hawks had a good first period. They trailed 2-0, and they fought back to tie it up. They were the opportunists in the second period as Bannerman kept the North Stars off the score sheet. They scored 2 late goals. They were 2 men short. Hartsburg scored. Bannerman was brilliant in that series of events, and then in the rest of the period, he kept the North Stars off the score sheet, and eventually Sutter put it into the empty net. But Bannerman definitely the #1 star of the game, as he was outstanding.
Your final score tonight, the Blackhawks 5, the North Stars 3. We'll wrap it up after this.
A lot of people are under the impression.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home,
North Stars get ready to do battle once again here tonight. And the referee for the game tonight will be Terry Gregson, the linesman Wayne Bonney, and Ray Scampanello.
Bannerman 5-1 in playoff play, 3.11 goals against average. Don Beaupre, his first start in this year's playoffs. An even 500 record in playoff competition, 3.73 goals against average.
As they did the other night, the Hawks open up with Troy, Murray, Frazier, and Olczyk. And the North Stars with Marouk, McKegney, and Platt. Here's the draw cleared into the Chicago zone as we get underway. On the far side, Willie Platt. Platt put it into the corner, and the puck came loose in behind the Hawk goal. Rolls around to the near side. Marouk and Doug Wilson come together, and the puck came free to Troy Murray. Now Olczyk took a big hit from Snep. Benny, now Snep taking a run, and Olczyk just jumping him, and the linesmen get over there in a hurry. And Harold Snep clearly had one thing in mind. Now Willie Platt gets into it in the corner. Looks like he was taking a swing at Olczyk. Frazier now has Platt, and here they go. Right in among the players, Frazier and Platt swinging away. Kurt Frazier looked like he got a couple of right hands in there. And now the linesmen try to get in to break up Kurt Frazier and Willie Platt. Well, Dale, I mentioned it. The intent of Harold Snep was very clear. He took a run at Ed Olczyk, then just tried to massage his face with his gloves.
Well, Schnaps, who very seldom drops his gloves, supposedly a tough guy, but never drops his gloves or his stick, roughing over the rookie Olczyk, and then Frazier came around to help out. And then Platt came across, and Platt with a bloody nose going to the penalty box.
So Kurt Frazier did indeed get a couple of right hands in on an old nemesis, Willie Platt.
Schnaps coming in from the left point. Olczyk playing the puck, got the elbow up and then dropped his gloves and started flailing away on the youngster. And Frazier came in and spun him around, and then Platt came across. He shoved Frazier, and then they both dropped their gloves.
So Kurt Frazier and Willie Platt each get 5 for fighting. Looked as if he may need some equipment repair. Didn't appear that any damage had been done by Platt. Here's the draw now, cleared into the Hawk zone. Chicago with the extra man. Doug Wilson having trouble back of the net with Broughton. Now Bob Murray coming to help out. Neil Broughton forechecking well, and finally Savard gets it loose. Dennis Savard. Now clearing to Bob Murray, ahead to Secord. Secord threw it into the far corner. Larmer after it there, took a hit from Roberts. Hey, now Roberts poked it loose. Secord got it to the line, and Bob Murray. Murray to the near point, Doug Wilson. On the boards to Savard. Dennis Savard into the near corner. Now center one, Secord, now to Larmer, shoots, he scores! Larmer, after Secord got a piece of it, but partially fed on the shot. It came right to Larmer. Bang, 1-0 Chicago.
The power play so important, especially in this game. The North Stars, you know, will be more aggressive. Schnaps trying to be aggressive, took the chance, got a roughing penalty. The pass to Secord, he fanned on it, went to Larmer, and we all know how quickly he can release that wrist shot. He just buries a high one past Beaupre. Beaupre was down anticipating the first shot by Secord, but Larmer getting
his 49th of the year overall, and the Hawks draw an early lead here in Minnesota. Here's the draw clear to the North Star zone. Yaremchuk a shot. He whacked it wide of the net. Coming into the near corner, Lysiak dug it out, centered one. Yaremchuk turning in the circle is knocked down on the play. Now Sutter helped out, centered. Beaupre blocked it, but right to Ben Wilson. Centered it, and Sutter was knocked down, and here come the North Stars back. Dirk Graham moving over the Hawk line, left it for Ciccarelli, walking right in, and a save by Bannerman as Ciccarelli had a good chance from 20 feet, but Bannerman beat it.
Hawks got caught. Drop pass here, the fake. Ciccarelli beating the potential.
There's the draw to the line. Gordy Roberts, a long shot. Tip! Oh, it deflected just wide. Came to the near side. Secord put it back of the net to DuPont. Payne stepped into him. Now Larmer able to clear to the neutral zone. Minnesota's Gordy Roberts dumping it right back in, and Secord is on it. Al Secord rings it around the far side, bouncing loose to the North Star zone. Ron Wilson has to hurry back. Wilson bounced it to Steve Payne. Payne ahead to Bellows, knocked off his stick. Payne carries in, shoots one, and he missed the net. Going to the far corner, Acton and Secord come together. Now around to the near side, and Bellows. Brian Bellows took a hit from DuPont. Now we're going to have a penalty on the North Stars as Keith Acton came in from behind on DuPont. Now Payne grabbing DuPont, and they're wrestling in the corner. And the North Stars, as we said, very intent on being physical, appear to be needless penalties. They're continuing to wrestle. I haven't seen any punching being done in the corner along the boards. Now Payne and DuPont are pulled apart. But Dale, you made a motion up here. You could just see that penalty coming, couldn't you?
Definitely. Acton, who doesn't very often hit you from the front, you always have to have your back to the play when Acton hits you. He ran at DuPont from behind as he was dueling with Bellows in the corner. You see Acton here taking the charge and then jumping up to hit DuPont from behind. Definitely a penalty. 17:31 remaining. The Hawks go on the power play.
Hurry, all minor penalties at 2:29, and here we go with 3 skaters aside. Face-off taken by Neil Broughton in his own zone to Kurt Giles. Giles now walks into the Chicago end, and then his pass is broken up. Giles will have to get back to it at center ice. Giles cleared it to the far side. Now here's Broughton to center, one-on-one against Doug Wilson. Broughton trying to move in, and then Bannerman poked it away as Broughton moved to the side of the net. Now Belichick bumping hard in the Hawk zone, dug it out to Broughton. Neil Broughton walks into the slot, turning to the near side, left it for Giles. Kurt Giles into the corner against Savard. Giles muscling in behind the net, and Savard poked it away nicely, and here's Doug Wilson. Clearing it out to the neutral zone. Savard carries it over the line against Roberts. A backhander, and it bounced just wide of the net. Back comes Minnesota. There's Brian Bellows. In over the line. Bellows against Brown trying to move in. And Brown, now they centered a shot. And it was deflected wide by Hartsburg. At the line is Roberts. He got it to Hartsburg. Greg Hartsburg turning in the deep slot. Shoots one, and it's deflected wide by Bellows, who's really got a battle going with Brown in the slot. Now Bellows in behind the net. Got it to the far side of Roberts. He tries to center. Troy Murray stole that. Murray sets it up behind his own goal. Half a minute to go on the coincidental penalties now as Troy Murray weaves to center. This pass knocked down, but O'Callahan carries on. And he's bumped off the puck. And here's Roberts to Hartsburg. Greg Hartsburg moving over the line, now moving in, shoots one, and Bannerman got a piece of that. He didn't know where it was, but it caromed over to the near side and taken by Troy Murray. Murray moving in, his shot. He didn't miss the far post by much with that. And Hartsburg takes over for the North Stars. Now all the penalties are over, and both teams are back at full strength. Here's Steve Payne over the line, shoots one, and he missed the net. Rebound cleared to the near side. Steve Ludzik took a hit there. Now puck came free to the corner, Maruk. Maruk tied up along the boards. Ludzik took a bump again from Shervin. Now everybody wrestling. Came loose to Giles, his long shot, and he sailed it wide. Now here's a centering pass deflected right in front, and Bannerman steered it to the near corner. All Minnesota here in the last 2.5 minutes. Now Doug Wilson knocked down behind the net. He falls on top of the puck. And the whistle sounds, but again, a gathering in the corner of the Hawk zone. It has been a physical start to this game. The Hawks lead. They have had the better of the play, really. They've outshot the Blackhawks 5-1, and that is not a deceiving statistic. Other than the Blackhawk power play, much of the play has been in Chicago territory. Face off to the left of Bannerman. The draw into the corner. Now taken by Troy Murray. Murray clearing it out to center ice. Bo Berglund in his first shift of the series for the North Stars. Berglund cleared it into his own zone. Giles, his pass bouncing around. Ludzik clears it in deep. And Shervin back for Minnesota. He whacks it out to center. Keith Acton lost it there. Taken by Troy Murray. It then went off a skate to DuPont, and he cleared it to center ice. Steve Ludzik on the left wing boards is knocked down by Gord Shervin, and he falls on top of the puck. And again, we get a whistle.
Well, the North Stars have had a lot of hits on the Blackhawks. You get hit a lot when you're stationary.
Face off right at center ice. The Lysiak line out there for Chicago against the Broughton line for the North Stars. Broughton, Graham, and Cicerelli. And the draw right ready. Here's the draw. Darryl Sutter banging away along the boards and clears it into the North Star zone. Hawks making some quick changes as they get the chance. Big Dave Richter back for the North Stars. Cleared it ahead to Acton. Keith Acton now carries it over the line for Bellows. The shot and a save by Bannerman. Rebound to Larmer. Steve Larmer clearing to center. Savard taken down on the play, but no whistle. And here come the North Stars. Acton lost it as he came over the line, and then they brought it in offside. National Hockey League that scored fewer goals than the North Stars did. What was once a very potent offensive machine here in Minnesota is a much different looking team now, although they do have offensive potential, and obviously a big part of the reason that they struggled offensively was their large number of injuries all year. Here's Savard at center to Larmer over the line. Shoots. It's blocked at the defense. Bouncing into the corner. Secord dug it out there. Centering, but it's intercepted at the defense. Richter ahead to Berglund over the line. Bo Berglund a shot and a save by Bannerman. That one looked like it dipped on the way, but Bannerman held it off, and the Hawks clear to center ice. Now Bellows turning deep to his own zone. Gave it to Roberts. Gordy Roberts back to Bellows on right wing. He lost it as he came over the line. Ben Wilson bounced it to Keith Brown. Now he feeds Yaremchuk. Ken Yaremchuk over the line. His pass intercepted and cleared to center ice. Brown flipped it ahead, but the North Stars start back. Dirk Graham a long shot. Bannerman a save as Graham really ripped a hard one from the blue line. Now snaps his drive. Knocked down at the defense. And the Hawks, Darryl Sutter, works his way back to center ice. Now Ben Wilson trying to move in, and he has to dump it in behind the North Star goal. There's Sutter after it there, trying to center, but nobody home in front for the Blackhawks, and Broughton clears to Cicerelli. Crisscrossing over the line. Dino Cicerelli shoots. He missed the net, and the rebound taken by Ken Yaremchuk. Yaremchuk with 3 playoff goals comes over the line. Trying to center it, just too far for Bob Murray. Now cleared in behind the net, but the North Stars, Cicerelli had it. He's taken down by Yaremchuk. The Chicago penalty will be...
Themselves short-handed in this hockey game. Yaremchuk gets 2 minutes for hooking Cicerelli. Cicerelli get the stick anywhere near him, and he's ready to take a dive. He's one of the best at it. He and Acton, 2 guys that you have to be careful with when you get the stick on them.
All 3 of the Minnesota power plays in Game 3 came on the power play, and here's the first North Star chance tonight. Craig Hartsburg dumping it in. Flett's going to get there first. Rolled it along the board to Maruk. Now Doug Wilson stole it. Fires it down all the way. Now Ron Wilson back for Minnesota. He sends it out to Tony McKegney. McKegney over the line on left wing. Stopping along the boards, now sets it up. Put it in behind the net. Flett tied up by Doug Wilson. It's kicked loose to McKegney. Tony McKegney out to the line. Hartsburg to Wilson. Shooting. Blocked at the defense by Gardner. And it squirts free to the neutral zone. Hartsburg now back over the line. Left it for McKegney. To Wilson. Lets it go. They score! Willie Platt tipped it in. And the North Stars with a power play goal tie the game at 1.
The North Stars 6-20. Got it to Wilson, and Willie Platt right in front screening Bannerman, and it looked like it went in off his leg, off the post to beat Bannerman on the power play. With 6 power play goals.
So it's all even at 1. Each team with a power play goal. Here's the draw. At center ice taken by Roberts. He shoveled it ahead, but it's taken by Ben Wilson, who clears it to the neutral area. Dave Richter has it there and shot it past everybody into the Blackhawk zone, and this will be an icing call against the North Star. Well, now they announce that may change, but that's the way they announced it here. Here's Troy Murray from the draw, clearing it in behind the North Star net. Now it came loose right to Murray, a blast! He fanned on it! Here come the North Star! Over the line is Marouk. Dennis Marouk lost the handle, and the Hawks clear it back. Here's a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Troy Murray over the line, moving right in, the shot! Beaupre the save! Rebound to the far corner. Now Roberts has it there, and sends it away to Plett. Willie Plett, his long drive. Bannerman a glove save, and leaves it for Ben Wilson. Wilson a long feed to Olczyk, who whacks it to Frazier. Bert Frazier carries it over the line and then is knocked down along the board. And we're going to have penalties coming up as Frazier and Giles got into a little stick jousting along the board. Now here's the draw, taken by the North Stars. Greg Hartsburg behind his own goal. Cleared it to Harold Snepps. Now Snepps gave it back to Hartsburg. And now to Broughton. There's Neil Broughton, number 7. He walks over the Hawk line, trying to split the defense. Can't do it, but Cicerelli carries on, and then he couldn't pull the trigger as Doug Wilson put the clamps on him. And the puck cleared to center ice. Taken by Hartsburg. Greg Hartsburg gave it right to O'Callahan. Now Doug Wilson. Wilson back to Jack O'Callahan. He turns at center ice, now bumped along the board. Cicerelli took it away. He moves in. Oh, the Hawks got away with one as O'Callahan tackled Broughton, but no call. Here's Savard. He moves over the line, fakes the shot. Now the drive, he scores! Savard faked the shot, got Beaupre leading, and then blew it by him on the stick side. 2-1 Chicago.
Only the third shot on goal for the Blackhawks in the period. With Savard with the outlet pass up through the middle. He's on Roberts, a 1-on-2 situation. Roberts backs off. He goes for the fake, the first pump, and then the second shot. Beaupre was ready for the first shot, and the shot went in off the far post. One pump right there, and then the shot.
Now that's just what you were talking about earlier, Dale. It's a perfect illustration of when you were talking about change.
And then if he does commit, you've got all that much more room to score on him.
Dennis Savard's 4th playoff goal and 42nd of the year. Here's Velizchek over the line, shooting. He scores!
14 seconds after Savard's goal, he walks in, he lets it go.
His career playoff goal has tied the game at 2. Still 4 skaters aside for the next 40 seconds. Here's the draw to Ben Wilson. Wilson to Keith Brown. Brown dumping it in. Now Gardner knocked down as he tried to get after it, and the North Stars Shervin starts back. Gord Shervin clearing it ahead, but Ben Wilson stealing. Now Rick Patterson, he's tied up right in front of his own bench, and Gardner helped out. Now here's Ben Wilson, who comes over the line, but there's going to be a stop in the play as Patterson got into a wrestling match with Bo Berglund, and they are held apart.
Two unlikely combatants.
Now everybody ready for the draw. That is controlled by Broughton. Neil Broughton drops it to Hartsburg in his own zone. Now, North Stars having to retreat deep in their own end. Hartsburg back of the net. He gave it to Roberts, and now Broughton. Neil Broughton over the line. The first set of penalties is over. 4 skaters aside. Here's Cicerelli over to the far point, and Roberts. He gave it to Broughton. Weaving into the deep slot. Now Roberts a long shot. That hits Cicerelli on the way, and controlled by Troy Murray. Here's Murray working his way over the North Star line. Troy Murray into the slot. Couldn't pull the trigger, though, and then he knocked Roberts right off the puck and shot it in behind the goal. And we're going to have a North Star penalty here as Roberts took exception to Troy Murray, making him look bad, and
The puck, and Troy Murray, we've seen him do it time and time again. And Gord Roberts takes a poke at him. I guess you're not supposed to hit any cut, and Troy Murray's out there playing as well as ever.
4 skaters against 3 now, favoring the Blackhawks, and in a 2-2 game, a chance for Chicago to get in front again. Here's Doug Wilson dumping it in. Back of the goal it goes. Now Secord trying to jam it loose. He did, got it over to the far point. Bob Murray across to Doug Wilson. Wilson into the corner, Savard. Now back out to the line, deflecting, but Wilson held it in. Now Bob Murray at the near point. Murray to Savard in the circle. Savard looking for an opening. Now to the top of the circle, out to the line, and Murray to Doug Wilson on the far side. Centering, Secord, a shot and a save by Beaupre. Rebound scramble. They still battle. Now the North Stars dig it out. Clear it to the line. Wilson held it in. Doug Wilson tees it up, shooting. And a save by Beaupre. Rebound cleared down all the way. Now the Hawks break back. Here's Savard coming over the line. Savard threw it in front, taken by Bob Murray to Wolchek, right in, he scores! What a brilliant passing play with the Blackhawks on the power play. They capitalize, and some tic-tac-toe in the North Star zone makes it 3-2 Chicago.
Ed Olczyk, who's so cool around the net, has a great touch. Started it, made the play across to Bob Murray. Bob Murray got it back to him. Savard carrying the puck through the center of the ice, stops. 2 players attracted to him. He gets it across. Olczyk with a neat drop pass to Bob Murray, and he got it back from Murray. He takes the...
Blackhawks so far tonight have had 5 shots on goal, and 3 of them have gone in. Now here's the draw, and the Hawks clear it down all the way. Now the North Stars have a power. Now here's a giveaway. Here's Ludzik, a shot. Beaupre the save. What were the North Stars thinking of there as Beaupre and Hartsburg just both forgot to play the puck, and Ludzik had a great chance. Here comes Minnesota. Over the line, here's a shot, hit the side of the net from McKegney, and Bannerman will cover it there. Now Plett going after Ben Wilson, the gloves are off. They wrestle around, and Ben Wilson with some short right hands. They continue to wrestle, and now down they go. I didn't see too much, if any, punching being done, or any effective punching anyway. Dale, you thought that maybe in that first altercation, Willie Plett may have had his nose broken when he had a battle with Frazier early in the game.
Well, he did have a bloody nose in that altercation, but this all started after the whistle. Bannerman froze the puck. Marouk came in and gave Bannerman a whack with a stick. Ben Wilson moved out and chopped at him. And then Plett came in and they dropped their gloves. But here, prior to this, the Hawks had a chance while being short-handed. Ludzik, after Hartsburg and Beaupre failed to play the puck off the carom, and Beaupre recovered well to make the save. North Stars come right back, though. The backhand pass from Marouk to McKegney hits the side of the net. Bannerman freezes the puck. Marouk takes a whack at it right here, and Ben Wilson comes over. There's the whack by Marouk, and Ben Wilson chops at him, and in comes Plett. Plett fell down originally, and they dropped their gloves and just wrestled. A couple of short rights by Ben, and that was it. And then Plett pulled him to the ice.
And they drop it on period. Here's the draw. Doug Wilson back of the net. Got it to Troy Murray. He shoots it over everybody's head. And this time, here's the draw. The Ron Wilson, he got around to check, walking right in, shooting. The save, rebound. Bannerman, the save, and Bellows somehow missed a wide open.
Right in the crease area. You can see Wilson getting by Ludzik. Let the shot go. Bannerman made the save, lost it momentarily, and then got the goalie stick to cover it. The puck almost went up.
Boy, Bellows will be seeing that face off out to the line. Craig Hartsburg, the long shot blocked by Gardner, and he clears it down all the way. Ron Wilson, picked up late in the season as a free agent by the North Stars, clears the center, and McKegney dumps it in. Now they battle into the near corner. Out to the line, Wilson over to Hartsburg, lets it go, and a save by Bannerman, who cleared it to the corner, and Gardner, he's knocked down. And he fell on top of the puck. Ready. Now the draw taken by Bob Murray, and he clears it down all the way. Kurt Giles is back. Now Giles got it to center ice. Ciccarelli dumping it in. Doug Wilson will get there first, and he cleared it to center ice. Taken by Roberts to Giles. Kurt Giles to Ciccarelli, over the line to Broughton. Neil Broughton turning on the far side. Into the corner to Ciccarelli. Doug Wilson stepped into him and tied him up beautifully, but Gardner couldn't get it out. Now Giles at the line shooting. They hit the goal post. It hit both posts. And the Hawks come back. Oh, the North Stars missed by an inch of scoring. That shot hit both goal posts right along the goal line and then came out. Now the Hawk penalty is over, and both teams back at full strength. Here's Sutter a steal. Sutter trying to center it, bouncing around to Yaremchuk, turning in behind the net. The wraparound and a save by Beaupre. Rebound to Lysiak. Now Brown, his shot. He missed the net. Here's Yaremchuk in the corner, centering. Wilson, or DuPont rather, shooting, and he sent it just wide, and Lysiak just barely missed tipping it in. Back come Minnesota, and Ciccarelli dumping it in. Going back is Brown. Keith Brown chipped it into the North Star end. Taken by Harold Snaps. Now McKegney to Brian Bellows. Bellows trying to cut in. Now here's Acton a shot. And a centerman. Now they get ready. Here's the draw to Harold Snaps. Here's long shot. Bannerman the save. Rebound to center ice. And Snaps has it there. Now here's Craig Hartsburg. Bouncing it to the neutral zone. Bellows. Brian Bellows, a long shot, deflects up over the glass. Settlement. And the future of his career is in a large amount of doubt. So we'll talk with him about all of that during the opening intermission after Dale visits with Ricky Patterson. Here's Maruka, turnaround shot blocked at the defense, held in by the North Stars, and then Olczyk stealing a pass and bounced one to center ice. Now back into his own end goes Giles. Kurt Giles to Tony McKegney, trying to dump it in, but DuPont stopped that. And Savard rolls it to the neutral zone. Here's Secord, his long shot, and he sent that wide as the puck was rolling. Secord digging it out in the corner, got it to the line. Bob Murray shooting, and look out in the crowd. Now the draw to Jerome DuPont, who sends it in. Greg Hartsburg back, cleared it to the far side. Payne. Steve Payne chipping it into the Chicago zone. Acton is hustling, cuts right in, a shot and a save by Bannerman as Keith Acton just turned on the Jets and blew right around Jerome DuPont like the house on the side of the road. Now here's the draw. Into the corner goes DuPont. Back of the net to Bob Murray. Now Larmer. Steve Larmer across to Al Secord, and he dumps one in. Craig Hartsburg, back of his own net, lost it to Larmer. Out to the line, O'Callahan, who cleared it in behind the goal. Now Roberts has lost his stick, and therefore he just makes a hand pass in order to get a whistle. Taken by the North Stars, Roberts. Gordy Roberts having trouble along the boards. Lysiak working it into the corner, now kicked it loose, but Broughton takes over. Neil Broughton leads the North Stars away. He works it over the Hawk line, but O'Callahan played the body beautifully and knocked him right down. Here come the Hawks 3-on-2. Lysiak in over the line. Lysiak looking for a play, centered it, and he missed Sutter with a pass. And the North Stars can't get it out. Yaremchuk holding it in. Now tied up by Graham. He centered one, though. That's intercepted by Broughton. Neil Broughton waiting for some help as he comes to the Hawk zone. Left it for Ciccarelli, a blast, and he rifled that a foot or so wide. Back come the Blackhawks as Yaremchuk carries it over the line and then shot it in behind the goal. Half a minute to go in the first period. Kurt Giles clearing to center ice. Now bouncing back to Giles in his own end. He cleared it again to the neutral zone. Graham, his pass is broken up, and the North Stars carry it in offside. His reputation is a guy who can come up big when playoff time rolls around, because the North Stars, by all rights, ought to be ahead in this game. Here they cleared it to center ice. Now the North Stars dump it in. Going back is Jack O'Callahan. He got a rough ride from McKegney. Puck squirts free over to the far side. Frazier. He hacks at it. Couldn't get it out, though. Shervin bounced one over the glass and into the crowd.
No secret to what the North Stars are doing. They're getting the puck in the neutral zone, and then they're just firing it into the Hawk zone and trying to out-hustle the Hawks to the loose puck.
Face-off just outside the Blackhawk line. 3-2 Chicago as we are just underway in the second period. And as Rick Patterson made the point to you, Dale, the Hawks had certainly could help their cause by tightening up a little bit, because you just wonder how long Murray Bannerman can withstand the North Star onslaught. There's the draw, controlled by the North Stars. Snaps. Cleared it to center ice, taken by Doug Wilson. Wilson retreating in his own zone. Now gave it to Troy Murray, who flipped it to center. Now Wilson again. A bouncing puck finally corralled by McKegney over the line. Shoots one, and a save by Bannerman. Rebound to the line. Hartsburg lets it go. Bannerman a save as he was being knocked down by McKegney. And he still made the save and held on. So that he suffered in the third game of the series. He's been bouncing around pretty well out there. Here's the draw to Bob Murray, who comes to center ice. Murray shovels it into the corner. Going back is Roberts. The Hawks are making some player changes. Now it's cleared to the far side. Sutter kept it in, but his pass is intercepted, and Richter cleared to center ice. Here's Acton over the line. Keith Acton cutting for a backhander, and a save by Bannerman. Rebound to the near corner, Yaremchuk. And he cleared it to the neutral zone. Dave Richter, number 5 for Minnesota. His pass is intercepted by Dupont, who sends it in. And Roberts is back. Roberts to Neil Broughton, now Ciccarelli. Dino Ciccarelli over the line. Doug Wilson giving him a tough time on the boards, and the puck came free to Sutter. And Sutter had trouble, now corrals it. And Sutter slides it deep into the North Star zone. Going back is Velizchek, and as he puts the touch on it, this will be an icing call against the Blackhawks. Here's the draw taken by Ben Wilson back of the net. Wilson cleared it to Al Secord. Secord comes to center and throws it in. Now around to the near side. Here's Bellows for Minnesota. Brian Bellows to Steve Payne. He tried to dump it in. He did. Now Payne chasing in behind the net. He and Ben Wilson come together. Puck came free to Giles at the far point. He centered one. Acton knocked off the puck by Brown. Now it came to the near side, bouncing around. Corralled by Velizchek. Here's the shot, and a save by Bannerman. Rebound into the corner. Acton is there. He took a bump from Lysiak. Now it came free to Giles. Lets it go. That's knocked down at the defense. They scramble. There'll be a penalty here as Keith Brown
Holding as he knocked down Bellows. The North Stars with good pressure. The Hawks standing around having trouble. The potential shot deflected. And you can see Brown taking Bellows down as he tried to get to the loose puck.
North Stars with a power play. McKegney in the near circle. Rolled it in behind the net. Now Marouk digging it out there, trying to center. Doug Wilson blocked that. And here's McKegney prying it loose. Tony McKegney put it into the corner, and Platt back of the net for Marouk. His pass deflecting high. Here's the draw. Cleared back of the Hawk net. Taken by Doug Wilson. He gave it right to Platt. Now Bob Murray trying to tie him up in the corner. Came free to the line. There's Wilson shooting. And a save by Bannerman. Rebound Patterson, and he bangs it down all the way. Ron Wilson back for Minnesota. Cleared it to Marouk. The pass was behind him, and Ludzik shoots it down the length of the ice. couple of minutes ago on the North Star power play is McKegney. Cleared it over the line to Broughton. Neil Broughton on the near side. Lost it to Troy Murray. Clears it down all the way. Now here comes Minnesota again. Neil Broughton over the line. Going to the far corner. DuPont took him off the puck there. Now back of the net goes Ben Wilson, who wrestles with Ciccarelli. There's Graham trying to pry it out. They still battle away along the board. Now it comes free to Ciccarelli, then he's wrapped up again. Now Ben Wilson knocked down Broughton with a big hit. Graham and Ben Wilson, here they go. Graham a right hand. Now another right by Graham. Now Ben Wilson a several short right hand. And now the linesmen come in there. Dirk Graham, not the biggest of players, and he saw Ben Wilson knock Neil Broughton down, and Graham just jumped right into the fracas. So with the score, the Blackhawks 3, the North Stars 2. There will be penalties. We'll tell you about them after this.
There's a style in your life no one could ever deny. You're on your way to the top, and along the way you've always known just who you are. Where you're going, you've always known it. Where you're going, it's Michelob.
Where you're going, it's exceptionally smooth Michelob.
Where you're going, it's Michelob.
Well, both Ben Wilson and Graham get 5-minute majors, and Ben Wilson is furious. Jerome DuPont battling with Ciccarelli. In comes Ben Wilson. He flattens Broughton. Here comes Graham. Now he gets the stick up and then dropped the gloves and started flailing away at Wilson before Wilson could get on track. As the fight progressed, Wilson started to get the better of it, with both players getting 5 minutes apiece. The Hawks and Ben Wilson arguing that Graham should have gotten an additional 2 for roughing to start it.
14 seconds left on Keith Brown's penalty, and the Blackhawks can get back to even strength. Face-off just outside the Chicago line, and the draw taken by Bob Murray. And he tries to clear it, can't get it out, though. Back in the corner goes DuPont. He got it to Patterson. Ricky Patterson out to center ice. Carries it over the line and couldn't pull the trigger as Roberts knocked it away. Brown's penalty over now. Both teams back at full strength. Now here's Minnesota's Acton over the line on the near side. Keith Acton now picking his way in front, trying to center one. They scramble. There's Payne. He's bumped by DuPont and couldn't let one go. Payne put it into the corner, but Lysiak is there. Then he lost it to Bellows, who centered. Bannerman blocked that. Bellows again on the far side, working into the slot. Bellows had it knocked away by Lysiak. Now gets it back. He centered one. Acton. He broke his stick as he tried to shoot. Now came into the near corner. Bellows has it there. Center it. Acton alone shooting. Bannerman, great save. We're going to have another penalty coming up here against the Blackhawks. Boy, Keith Acton was all alone in the slot, and Bannerman stoned him. But then a Chicago penalty is taken.
You're not going to win any hockey games by standing still in your own zone, and the North Stars have been all over the Hawks throughout this whole game. Again, tremendous pressure put on by Bellows, Acton, and Payne. The Hawks unable to get control of the puck. Acton shot, the great save, and DuPont sticks his leg out to trip up Acton as he was down on the ice. Again, another penalty.
Well, the North Stars have scored one power play goal tonight, but they have had a bucket full of man advantage situations. The Blackhawks in this game are leading 3-2, but look at the shot clock. 24-7. The North Stars have outshot Chicago. And that, friends, is not a deceiving statistic as it sometimes can be. That's the way the game's been played. North Stars have been in control of the ice position and the scoring chances throughout this game. And now another Minnesota power play coming up. Bo Berglund, we were told, had a broken nose during first period play, but he's back out there now on this power play. Here's the draw. Going into the far corner, Broughton. He's tied up there. O'Callahan wants to face up, but he can't get it. Puck squirts free. Ludzik along the boards, working it out to center ice, and cleared it to the North Star line. Now here's Berglund over the line. Left it for Ciccarelli. Dino Ciccarelli to Ron Wilson. Now Giles in the deep slot. Back to Wilson. Center one. Ciccarelli tipped it right on, and Bannerman a sparkling save again. Rebound to the North Stars, and Broughton trying to move in front. He can't do it. Turning in behind the goal. Broughton has it there. Neil Broughton working in front now. Got it out to the line. Giles gave it to Broughton, and it's knocked away by O'Callahan. Down into the North Star zone. What a battle was raging right in front of Murray Bannerman as several players were bumping and grinding. A minute to go on the North Star power play. Here's McKegney to Willie Plett. Plett trying to center. The pass is blocked. Going behind the net. Now Bob Murray after it. Plett stepped into him. McKegney dug it out. McKegney back of the goal. Got it to the far side. Ron Wilson centered one. Deflecting wide. Now McKegney again. Out to the line, and Wilson. Back to Tony McKegney on the far side. Put it in behind the goal. Marouk. Now to Wilson. A long shot. Tip right on, and a save by Bannerman. I think Plett got a piece of that. Bannerman still stopped it. And the Hawks clear to center. Then Gardner had it poked away at the North Star line. Now Plett to McKegney moving in, but a bouncing puck too far for him. Here's Plett back of the goal. Willie Plett center when Hartford. Bannerman! He doesn't even know where it is. Now the puck is poked in, but I believe the whistle had sounded. Bannerman did not appear to know where the puck was. He was looking around. It was lodged somewhere in his uniform. The North Star power play, face off to the right of Bannerman. Here's the draw. Velizchek along the boards to Bellows. Now into the corner it goes. Doug Wilson wants to face off there if he can get it, but the puck came free, and the Hawks clear it back into the North Star zone. The penalty is over. Both teams now back at full strength as the North Stars dump it in. Bannerman put it around to the near side. Steve Larmer clearing ahead to Secord right on his stick. Secord over the line, knocked away by Giles. Now Velizchek turning in behind the goal. Secord stepped into him, but the North Stars break back. Here's Steve Payne, a long shot. Bannerman the save. Now cleared it to the near side. Taken by O'Callahan, who flipped it to the neutral zone. Savard lost it as he came over the line, and that forced the Hawks to...
But they certainly don't have control of the play. The North Stars have been all over the Hawks. 28-8, the shots on goal.
Here's the draw outside the North Star line. Now Savard and Acton trying to get ready. Well, now Acton thrown out of there. By Bob Murray. And he sends it in. Dave Richter is back. He cleared it to center ice. Here's Acton. He has room coming over the line. Acton now shoots. Blocked by Bob Murray at the defense. Hawks starting back. Yaremchuk 3-on-3. His pass broken up at center. Now taken by Lysia. Into his own zone is DuPont. Jerome DuPont to center and dumps one in. Back of the goal, the North Stars clear it to the near side. Bo Berglund across to Ciccarelli. Here's a lead for Broughton. He's in. Neil Broughton in alone. Now shooting. And a save rebound. They scramble. Now the Hawks clear it to center ice. Oh, a great chance for the North Stars again, but they can't click, and now Minnesota offside.
Ciccarelli with the quick pass as Broughton split the defense. Went to his backhand, stopped. Thought he had Bannerman beat, and it looked like he might have hit the post in behind Bannerman. Good play by Broughton to get his body between the puck and Jack O'Callahan, but the puck just hit.
There's the draw to Hartsburg, who flips it over the line to Cicerelli. His shot blocked by Doug Wilson. Rebound scramble, and Berglund knocked it wide as the puck wound up right on his stick. Now the Hawks move back. Savard to Sutter, who dumps it in, but then Savard.
Broughton getting the puck out front, but off Bannerman's stick, and that sort of took.
Here's Frazier in the North Star end to Olczyk back of the goal. He centered one, came out to the line. O'Callahan a long shot. Beaupre. The play has been going. Here's the draw to Doug Wilson at center. His pass stolen by Marouk. He carries it in. Dennis Marouk to the slot, then lost control, and O'Callahan starts back. Jack O'Callahan. Too far for Troy Murray as it slides into the Minnesota end. Harold Snepps is back. From the face-off, it's cleared back of the Hawks goal. Willie Plett trying to center, and then it's shot to the corner by Olczyk. Now on the near side, they scramble away on the boards, and they'll hold it there. Draw taken by Ben Wilson to Secor. Al Secor moving over the North Star line. He's turned around and goes loose into the corner. Secor flipped it back of the net, but Giles is there. Kurt Giles to Steve Payne. His pass taken by Bellows over the line, and the North Star benefits cystic fibrosis. It'll be at DePaul's Alumni Hall Saturday night. There's Neil Broughton moving over the Hawk line. Broughton in traffic, waits for some help, drops it to the far side. Giles a shot, and a save by Bannerman. Rebound right through the slot it goes, and taken by Larmer. Steve Larmer flipped it to center. Now Acton back over the line, left it for Bellows, a blast, and he ripped it high and wide. Taken by Savard. Dennis Savard weaving into the North Star end. Now flipped it in behind the goal. Giles put it to the far board, bouncing free into the slot. Larmer turning to the near circle, centered one. Lysiak, he scores! Lysiak! What a great move to even receive the pass that was way behind him. He turned and fired. 4-2 Chicago.
Well, the Hawks can do nothing wrong. They've been totally outplayed in this hockey game, and yet they have 4 goals and a 2-goal lead. Larmer, the backhand pass behind Lysiak. He turned around. I don't know how he corralled the pass, and all in one motion let the shot go to goal. And they have in this
15th of the year overall from Larmer at 11:25. The North Stars have got to be talking to themselves, trailing by 2 goals, and they deserve a better fate. But the goaltenders are part of the game, too, and Bannerman keeping the Hawks in there. Here's Roberts, a shot tipped right on Bannerman. Rebound to Broughton, he's centered. Cicerelli, Bannerman, how did he make that save? And it's cleared to center ice. There's Broughton again. He gave it away to Bob Murray. Murray moving in to Sutter, and he stepped in offside on the play. Producer. Lisa Seltzer is going to owe me one after that. Here's the draw, cleared in behind the North Star net. There's Gordy Roberts chipping it out to the Chicago zone. Going back is O'Callahan. Jack O'Callahan cleared it to center. Now Richter on the far side to Dennis Marouk. Ahead to McKegney over the line. Tony McKegney against O'Callahan, a backhander from a bad angle. Bannerman, one of his few easy stops of the game. Now into the corner it goes. Secord wants to freeze it there, and he does. Ready, here's the draw. Taken by DuPont back of the net. He got a rough ride from Plett. Olczyk trying to help out. He couldn't clear it, but Troy Murray does. Murray coming over the North Star line. Murray trying to chip it in front. Now he shoots as it came right back to him, but shot it wide. And Minnesota's Hartsburg controls. Greg Hartsburg, the North Star captain, to Tony McKegney. McKegney moving over the line, shooting, and a save by Bannerman. Rebound to the near side. Troy Murray came up with it there. And Murray moving slowly into the North Star zone, dropped the pass, but nobody could field it for the Hawks, and here's Bellows. Bellows over the Chicago line, waiting for the trailer. Trying to center now. Acton turning to the boards. He's tied up there, and Steve Larmer coming to take it away. Larmer will set it up behind his own goal, leaving it for Doug Wilson. A minute to go on the coincidental penalties as O'Callahan cleared to the neutral zone. Gardner couldn't hold the pass, and the North Stars now gain control. Velizchek to Giles. Heard Giles bump, but he held the puck. Now flipped it over the Hawk line to Bellows. Brian Bellows into the corner. Dropped it out to the line, Giles. Billy Gardner put the clamps on him, and here comes Larmer. Steve Larmer on the left wing side over the line, trying to walk in front. And he threw aside Velizchek. Now Larmer in the corner, trying to center it. It came right back to him. He cleared it to the near side. Brown at the line. Chipped it along the boards to Lysiak. Tom Lysiak shooting. Hit the goal post. Rebound to Ben Wilson, a drive, and he sent it wide. Now Brown at the near point. Shooting, and he missed the net that time. Now Ben Wilson had it taken away. Here is the puck loose to center, but Wilson recovered and dumped it right back in. Or the Hawks missing by an inch of scoring again, but the North Stars have had infinitely more close chances, and now they come.
Tom Lysiak with the best scoring chance of the hockey game in the second period for the Hawks anyway, right off the goalpost as Larmer set a screen in front.
Now we have some pushing and shoving as they try to line up for the face-off. Larmer and Graham were giving each other a little bit of a push, and everybody gathering around. So he did give him some penalties. Ben Wilson, Dave Richter, 10-minute misconducts at 14:58. Now here's the draw cleared in the North Star zone as we finally get back to the play, and then Payne shot it into Chicago territory. Bob Murray got it to Savard at center. Secord is busting on left wing, but Savard carries it in, trying to center it. Secord trying to stuff it in, and Beaupre got the glove on it and held on.
Right there, he just fans on it, and Secord tried to advance the back.
Taken by Ron Wilson. Cleared it into the near corner. Yaremchuk after it there. He took a bump, came to the line, bounced over the stick of DuPont. The race is on, and DuPont knocked down by Cicerelli, and the North Stars come in offside.
Well, Cicerelli just chopped the feet from under DuPont from behind. One of the few times Gregson hasn't made a call.
He has had a brilliant performance here tonight, and he's the reason the Hawks lead by 2. Here's O'Callahan to Doug Wilson at center. Here's a long drive, deflecting wide. Now on the near side, Payne. Steve Payne took a bump on the boards, but it's loose to Acton. Keith Acton to Craig Hartsburg. Now Acton carries it in. Acton on the far side, stopping. Centered one, bouncing in front to Hartsburg. He scores! Craig Hartsburg!
But look how much room Acton has to cross the line. Everyone's picked up. He stops, makes the pass across. It deflects off Bellows' stick right to Hartsburg. And Hartsburg with a nifty move to beat Bannerman.
Now from the draw, Troy Murray took another high stick, and he's coming to the Hawk bench. The play goes on. Here's Maroot. He dumps it in. Now we're going to have a penalty coming up as Doug Wilson goes down for the Hawks.
There's the penalty right here. Doug Wilson playing. You see the stick whacking him in the back of the head.
Serious damage done, apparently. Here's the draw. Blackhawks on the power play, and the North Stars clear it down all the way. Billy Gardner is on to work a point here, and he's back of his own goal with the puck. Now Gardner has room as he starts out. He comes to center, dumping it in. Around to the near side, Larmer in the corner. He centered one, but it's intercepted and cleared to center ice. Taken by Bob Murray, who gave it to Doug Wilson, who's back out there. Again to Murray. Murray coming to center, and he'll drive it in. Into the far corner goes Secord. Velizchek bumped him, but Secord held the puck. Now it's cleared to center ice. There's Doug Wilson to Bob Murray. He tried to feed Secord, who didn't anticipate the pass, and the North Stars clear it back to center. A minute to go. on the Hawk power play. Here's Savard busting in. Savard right in now, and then he lost the handle. Savard centered it. Larmer, the shot, he fanned on it. And it's taken by Neil Broughton. Broughton couldn't get it out. Larmer held it in beautifully. A back pass to Savard. He cuts right in for Secord. He shot it wide of the open net. Savard in behind the goal. Wrapped up there by Graham. And the puck is... Dennis Savard moving in against Beaupre. Lost the puck as he was ready to shoot. Threw it out in front to Larmer, who had a good chance. And then he partially fanned on that. This time, set up Al Secord. The whole near side of the goal is open. Ready, here's the draw, taken by Giles. There's Giles trying to pick the opening, but he couldn't get it out. Bob Murray trying to hold it in, then lost it to Acton, and he cleared it to the Hawk line. Half a minute to go on the Chicago power play. Here's Bob Murray coming to center, and he dumps one in. Now Beaupre out of the net. Bounce it to the corner, but Lysiak is on it. Out to the line, Bob Murray. Across to Doug Wilson. He's center one for Lysiak. Now to Murray at the line. Again, Doug Wilson along the boards. Now to Troy Murray. Murray on the far side, looking for an opening. Gave it back to Wilson. Here it comes, and he missed the net. Rebound to Sutter, who hacked it out in front. They scramble, and Beaupre goes down with a glove and covers. And again, pushing and shoving in front of the North Star goal. The North Star penalty is now over. So both teams will be back at full strength. And just about every time there's a frozen puck along the boards or around the goal, we have a tough time. Case of about 8,000 season ticket holders, and roughly only 4,000 purchased their playoff tickets. That really hurt them. Here's Pratt with a shot, saved by Bannerman. Rebound into the corner. McKegney dug it out. Centering. They scramble. Roberts in deep, but he lost it. Here comes Patterson. Might be a 2-on-1. Patterson over the line, shooting, and a save by Beaupre. Now the rebound to McKegney with a minute to go in the second period. Hawks with a 4-3 lead, but here comes Maruk over the line. Shooting. Blocked at the defense nicely by Brown. Now Keith Brown whacks it along the ball. Right to Velizchek. Lee lets it go. Blocked at the defense. Now O'Callahan into the far corner. Squirts free to Broughton. Neil Broughton. Now got it loose to Cicerelli. Out to Velizchek. Here's the drive. They score! Velizchek scores his second goal of the game, and it's 4-4 now. From a scramble, the North Star Cicerelli dug it out, got it to Velizchek just inside the blue line, and his drive looked as if it deflected off of Olchek. If it didn't hit Olchek, he certainly screened his own goaltender, Bannerman, who never got a good look at that at all. Velizchek from 45 feet blasting, and Olchek right in front of Murray Bannerman, right in that lane, and Bannerman never saw it. It did appear to maybe graze the skate of Olchek as well. So now the crowd alive in Minnesota as the North Stars have tied it at 4. There's the draw. Cleared into the Minnesota zone. Giles. He cleared it ahead. Here's Acton over the line. Keith Acton trying to cut for the net. Knocked away by DuPont. Now Secord put it back in the goal. Stolen Acton centering, but that's intercepted. 10 seconds to go as Savard shoots a long one. That sails wide. Now it's cleared to center ice.
Knocking the puck down with a high stick as Bob Murray tried to blast it off the glass.
Face-off outside the Chicago line. Here's the draw. Taken by Sutter, who carries it over the line, but then rubbed off by Cicerelli on the boards. Now it's dug out. Yaremchuk threw it out to the line, but it bounces loose. Here's Broughton. Neil Broughton coming over the Hawk line. His drop pass knocked away from Graham. Now came to the near side. Here's Cicerelli digging it out, moves back of it at the wraparound, and it's blocked by O'Callahan at the defense. Ahead to Sutter. Darryl Sutter sending in right onto the North Star goal. Beaupre stopped it easily. Now Cicerelli starts back. Dino Cicerelli. His pass broken up by O'Callahan, then he lost it to Broughton. He moved right in, centered it, and it deflects right through the crease. Now in the near corner, Frazier rolls it to center ice. Here's Roberts to Graham over the line, and DuPont knocked into his backside with a crunching check. Cleared back into the Minnesota zone. Taken by Roberts. Gordy Roberts chipped it ahead to center ice, taken by Plett. And he lost the handle to Bob Murray. Murray put it to the far side. Roberts kept it in, pinching in deep. Roberts then knocked down on the play. Came in behind the goal. Roberts dug it out. A shot. He scores! Roberts, deep in the Hog zone, got to a loose puck and beat Bannerman to the far post. 5-4 in favor of the North Stars, and Minnie leads for the first time of the game.
Gordon Roberts pinching in as Olczyk failed to clear. He picks it up here and then loses it. Puck gets to Roberts, and Roberts gets a step on Troy Murray as he's standing still post, but the Hawks standing still in their own zone.
So the North Stars leading into the corner. Bob Murray rubbed him off. Now Plett digging it out. Then he lost control. Taken by. Now we're going to have a penalty coming up on the Blackhawks. Now players gathering around. It looks like a couple of the Hawks want to get at Willie Plett, but there will be no further developments for the moment. Early in the third period, Minnesota 5.
Well, the Hawks going to slowly digging themselves into a hole, trailing 5-4 on the goal by Gord Roberts, and then elbow penalty right there. Kurt Frazier gets caught for elbowing Plett.
Well, the North Stars to the power play. Here's the draw. They're to the far side. Payne keeping it in. Put it into the corner. Now everybody battling there. Bellows chipped it out to the line. Hartsburg. Craig Hartsburg, a long shot, and he golfed that up off the glass. Now into the near corner it goes. Everybody scrambling there. Came loose to Bellows, trying to center. It's intercepted by Patterson. He cleared it to Gardner. He takes a long shot that whistles up over the crossbar. Now back of the goal it goes, taken by Hartsburg. Craig Hartsburg clearing to Payne at center. Now Acton. Heath Acton lost it as he came over the line, then gets it back. Acton on the near side along the board. And he dropped it for Ron Wilson. Now a long shot, tip. Oh, that deflected just a foot or so wide. Now Gardner with room, and he clears it down all the way. There's Craig Hartsburg to Broughton over the line. He shoveled it into the corner. Going back is DuPont. DuPont lost it, taken by Cicerelli. Dino Cicerelli on the near side. His pass stolen by Ludzik, and he cleared to center ice. Minnesota's Ron Wilson clearing it down into the Blackhawk zone. Half a minute left on the North Star power play. Here's Hartsburg keeping it in. Then he's bumped by Troy Murray, who took it away, and he shoots it down the length of the ice. Beaupre well out of the net to feed Craig Hartsburg. Time for one more North Star power play rush. Broughton gets it into the Chicago zone. Feeding for Graham. The shot blocked by Doug Wilson, and he clears it to center ice. Now the North Stars, Giles has it there, and here's a lead for Marouk, who's knocked down as he crossed the Hawk line. The Chicago penalty now over. Both teams back at full strength as it's cleared into the North Star zone. Belichick rolled it to center ice. Here's Marouk, and his pass is intercepted. Taken by Secord, who bangs it into the neutral zone. Now Kurt Giles dumping it right back in. Taken by Bob Murray. Murray on the far side. weaving to center ice. We're going to have a North Star penalty coming, and now the call will be made. A little pushing and shoving again, but the linesman trying to get in between and make sure nothing else takes place. The Hawks are going to get a power play chance. It's the North Stars 5, the Blackhawks 4.
Marouk gets a North Star penalty. The Hawks get a chance on the power play as they did an excellent job of killing off the 2-minute elbowing penalty to Kurt Fraser. Marouk upended Dennis Savard in the neutral zone. Marouk trying to goad Savard to retaliate after he was nailed for the penalty, but Secord stepped in and there was no other penalty.
Blackhawks have scored 2 power play goals tonight, and they can use one here. Face off outside the Chicago line and the draw. Taken by Doug Wilson. He gave it to Bob Murray. Now back to Wilson. He comes to center ice, feeding Larmer over the line. Larmer trying to walk in, but Snaps knocked it away. Here's Secord digging it out of the corner. Out to the line, Wilson. Doug Wilson to Dennis Savard on the near side. Back to Wilson. He tries to center, stolen by Broughton, who clears it down all the way. Now Doug Wilson to Bob Murray. He's going to dump it in this time. Comes around to the near side. Bellows clears it down all the way. Now Ben Wilson for Chicago. He works his way to center. Wilson flipped it in behind the goal. He's going to chase it himself. Cleared it into the corner, but Acton is there. He took a bump from Steve Larmer, who dug it out and centered. Richter stole that, and he hacks it out to center ice. Now Brown dumping it right back in. 45 seconds for the Hawk power play. Savard's pass intercepted by Graham. And Dirk Graham shoots it down all the way. Blackhawks do not have a shot on goal on the power play. Half a minute left on it. Heath Brown sending it in. In the far corner, it bounces free to Troy Murray. He knocked it in behind the net, chased it himself. Murray to the near side. Out to the line, Ben Wilson. He tries to feed in front. Here's Murray, a shot, and a save by Beaupre. His best save of the game on Lycia. Into the corner it goes. Troy Murray dug it out. Murray to the near side. Lost control. It might be a break. Here's Broughton racing against Brown. He's one-on-one now as Brown got back in time. Broughton wasting a little time, and now the North Star penalty is over. Both teams back at full strength. Here's Hartsburg at center ice. Now Cicerelli on the far side, just waiting for his teammates to get back on side. Then he dumps it in. And taken by Ben Wilson deep in his own zone. Feeding Keith Brown on the left wing boards to Ludzik. Steve Ludzik clearing it into Minnesota territory. Greg Hartsburg gets back and bounce one to center ice. Here's Billy Gardner, who's bumped along the boards, and now the puck came free to Doug Wilson, and the Hawks come in offside. With the score, the North Stars 5, the Blackhawks 4. Back to Minnie in a moment.
Beaupre's toughest save so far, a brilliant one to preserve the 1-goal lead. Troy Murray over to Lysiak. Quick movement by Beaupre, who's just able to slide across the goal mouth and get the left pad on the shot by Lysiak.
So now the draw outside the North Star line. Just over 11 minutes to go in the third period. North Stars with a 5-4 lead. Here's Bo Berglund on left wing. Berglund dumping it in. Murray Batterman out to play it to the near side, and Ludzik. Steve Ludzik ahead to Rick Patterson. Patterson shovels it over the line, a bouncing puck. O'Callahan trying to field it. Now he does. O'Callahan to the line. Gardner a long shot. They score! Billy Gardner a long drive. Patterson was in front. He may have tipped it, but the Blackhawks have tied it at 5.
Bill Gardner's long shot, but O'Callahan with hard work, made the play possible. He came up from his defense position, kept the puck in play, got it to Gardner. Gardner let it go from just inside the blue line, the low shot, a screen shot, as there were 3 or 4 players in front of Beaupre, and it's a tie hockey game. Stevie Ludzik getting in the way of Beaupre. He paid the prices. He was cross-checked from behind by Schneps, but that's what you have to have, that type of effort in playoff competition.
Billy Gardner's first playoff goal and his 18th of the year overall. And the Hawks are even again at 5-5. We're just about halfway through the third period, and Billy Gardner has shot the silencer into this North Star crowd. Face off outside the Minnesota line. One of the unusual factors to this game is that all 5 Minnesota goals have been scored by defensemen. Belichick with 2, Ron Wilson, Craig Hartsburg, and Gordie Roberts have scored the other goal. There's Kurt Giles, one of the only defensemen who hasn't scored. He dumps it into the Hawk zone. Taken by Bob Murray ahead to Lysiak. Tom Lysiak gains the line, left it for Yaremchuk. He shoots, and he shot it wide. Now here's DuPont, his drive, and he set that wide. Here's Bob Murray. He tries, and he missed the net. Now it comes to the near board. DuPont holding it in. Trying to shovel it in front. And the North Stars try to clear it, can't get it out. Tom Lysiak put it to the far side. Yaremchuk tied up by Velizchek. Puck squirts free to Minnesota's Graham. And now Broughton. Neil Broughton over the line, left it for Cicerelli. He tries a little dipsy-doodle, now rolled it for Hartsburg, moving right in, a shot! Bannerman, a sliding save on Graham to preserve the tie. And now the whistle is sounded. The Hawks were starting to break back, and we're going to have a Hawk penalty coming here with the score. 5-5. The North Stars go to the power play in a moment.
After the North Stars, Graham was robbed on a brilliant sliding save by Murray Bannerman. Cicerelli kept the puck in, got it up to Hartsburg. Hartsburg slid it across to Dirk Graham. What a great save there by Bannerman. And the Hawks get caught with too many men on the ice. This could be critical here.
There's never an opportune time to take that penalty, but this has got to be one of the worst situations to take a penalty for too many men. Just under 10 minutes to go in the third period of a tie game in the playoffs. Here's the draw. Ron Wilson at center ice to Bellows. Threw it across to Payne. Steve Payne slides it in behind the goal. Bellows after it there to Acton. Keith Acton having trouble with Brown in the corner. Now they wrestle around. It came free. Back of the goal to Payne. Out to the line and Wilson. He got it to Hartsburg. It went off his skate. Patterson chases it down and clears it to center ice. Now Steve Payne gets it back over the line, trying to center one. It's kicked into the corner. Ben Wilson after it there, clears it to center. Greg Hartsburg to Steve Payne over the line for Bellows. Brian Bellows back to the near point and Ron Wilson. Wilson put it in behind the goal. Now in the corner is Acton. Keith Acton, number 12 on the near side. To the line and Hartsburg. Across to Acton in the near circle. Side of the goal for Payne. He put it back to the line. Wilson, a shot deflected just barely wide by Bellows. Now it's cleared to Rick Patterson, one man back. Patterson against Hartsburg, a long shot, and Beaupre a glove save. 40 seconds left in the North Star power play. And here comes McKegney. Tony McKegney to Dennis Marouk. Feeding McKegney, he's right in, he scores! Tony McKegney all alone makes it 6-5 Minnesota.
penalty. McKegney, who started the play in the center ice area, Doug Wilson took a chance, made a move at him, but didn't eliminate him from the play. Watch this. Wilson didn't continue. The return pass to McKegney was left all alone. He cut in, and he beat Barry Bannerman.
Well, a crucial mistake by the Blackhawks, getting caught with too many men on the ice, and then the guy that could be the MVP of this club overall this year, Doug Wilson, gets victimized in the neutral zone. And it's 6-5 Minnesota. There's the draw. Payne coming over the line, shoots one, and a save by Bannerman. Rebound to Larmer. Now O'Callahan. Jack O'Callahan to Doug Wilson ahead for Secord. He lost the handle, and Velizchek flipped it to the neutral area. Now Doug Wilson to Jack O'Callahan. O'Callahan put it over the line to Savard. Dennis Savard centered one, stolen by Payne, who was back defensively in good shape. Now O'Callahan holds it in. He centered it. Larmer the shot. He shot it wide. Back of the goal it goes. Savard on the near side, centering a shot right on, and Beaupre the save on Larmer. Rebound. They score! Savard! His second goal of the game. And again, the Blackhawks answer.
The offense of the Blackhawks, tremendous throughout the playoffs. They score their 6th goal of the game, Savard's 4th point of this contest. Jack O'Callahan having another great night, kept the play in, banked it behind the boards straight to Savard. He got it to Larmer. He deflected it to Beaupre, made the save. The rebound came right out to Savard, and he shot it through the legs of Beaupre. 6-6. The Hawks have scored 45 goals in the playoffs.
Now this is their 7th game. Now let's see. Is Meloche coming in? Let's see. I think Gilles Meloche is coming in for Minnesota. Oh, a surprising move, in my opinion, from Glenn Sonmore here. Beaupre has come off to the North Star bench. Frankly, Dale, I was surprised that they lifted Meloche after the second period of the last game. And now they're lifting Beaupre.
Especially in a tie hockey game, regardless if he's given up 6 goals, it's still a tie hockey game. You put a goaltender in that's cold. He's an older guy, too, as well. He's been sitting there for the whole game, probably stiffened right up. He's real old. He's just a little older than I am.
That makes him ancient, doesn't it? Throw. Here come the Hawks from the draw. Yaremchuk trying to move in. He's taken down, but he centered it. Blocked out the defense by Richter. Now Lysiak stole it. Then Richter stepped into him, and Graham took it away to Broughton. Neil Broughton coming over the line. And then the North Stars are ruled out.
This was 6 goals on only 20 shots.
So were you surprised that he lifts Beaupre here?
Definitely. I can't believe it. It's still a tie hockey game.
Here's the draw, controlled by Chicago's Lysiak. Tom Lysiak over the line. Shoots one. Oh, Meloche had to lunge to his left and got a piece. Cleared into the corner. Lysiak after it there. Now he's tied up along the boards. Everybody wrestling around. And finally Ciccarelli came up with it. Dino Ciccarelli coming over the Hawk line. Now moving to the corner, centered one. Bannerman deflects that out of trouble to Lysiak. And he cleared it to center ice. 6.5 minutes left to go in a 6-6 game. There's Maruka long shot. He fanned on it. And Doug Wilson cleared it to the near side. Kurt Frazier flipped it into the North Star end. Troy Murray hustling after it. He's taken down on the play. Frazier trying to dig it out. Velizchek put the clamps on him. And
The first save by Meloche is replacing Beaupre at 12:32, and it was a good one on a quick wrist shot by Tom Lysiak.
Face off to the left of Melange. The draw taken by Velizchek. Randy Velizchek. Lost it at center ice to O'Callahan. Now Doug Wilson. And the North Stars on a delayed offside. They'll sound the whistle here. Well, it's crunch time now. North Stars have more than doubled the Chicago shots tonight, 44-21 so far. Here's O'Callahan, dumping one in. Now back is Giles, rolled it along the boards. Flett got it to center ice. McKegney, Tony McKegney over the line. Left it for Maruk, but he couldn't hold on. And here's Olczyk. And Olczyk into the North Star zone. Threw it into the corner for Troy Murray, but Giles has him tied up. Olczyk dug it out. Centered one. That's blocked by Melange out in front and taken by Plett. Willie Plett on the right wing board. Now takes a long shot, and it deflects wide of the net. Here's Bob Murray, who flipped it to center ice. Now Dennis Savard to Secord over the line in traffic. He kicked it toward the goal. It rolls into the corner. Gordy Roberts got it to Acton. He couldn't get it out. Savard taken down, and the play goes on. Acton to Bellows, who dumps one in. Now Bannerman knocked down, and Acton's going to get a penalty. Oh, the Blackhawks took a bad penalty with too many men on the ice, and now Keith Acton runs Murray Bannerman from behind. A stupid penalty for the North Star player Acton. And Bannerman, who I don't think ever saw him coming, is a little slow in getting up. With the score 6-6, the Hawks have a glorious chance on a power play.
The Hawks got caught with too many men on the ice. It resulted in a power play goal by McKegney to give the North Stars the lead 6-5. But this penalty by Acton, a dumb penalty, tries to get around Bob Murray. See, Bannerman's out of the net, and he runs Bannerman from behind. That's typical Acton. Never seen him hit anybody when they've had their face turned to him. Turn your back on him, though, and look out. Hopefully the Hawks will capitalize on this power play, win the hockey game, and Acton will be the GOAT.
Boy, that's just absolute stupidity on the part of Acton. All right, here are the Hawks on the power play. The draw taken by Minnesota's Richter, and he cleared it to the Chicago line, and Doug Wilson is there. Deep in his own end to Bob Murray, and back to Wilson. Here's Doug Wilson moving to center ice, dumping it in. Bounces around to the far side. Broughton has room, and he golfs it down all the way. Now Savard with 2 goals and 2 assists. Cleared it to Larmer over the line. He lost it there. Hawks have to regroup at center. 4 minutes to go. Here's Larmer flipping it into the near corner. Savard loose to Secord. Al Secord to Savard on the boards. Dennis Savard. Now got it to the line. Doug Wilson for Bob Murray. The shot. Melange the save. Rebound to Minnesota's Graham. Dirk Graham taking a long shot, and Bannerman gloves that. A minute to go on the Hawk power play is Larmer. Now dumps it right back in. Now Bellows in the corner. Lost it to Sutter. Darryl Sutter kicked it loose to Larmer. Out to the line, Brown. Keith Brown. Bumped, and it's knocked away from him to center. Here's Bellows against Ben Wilson over the line. Bellows to the backhander, and a save by Bannerman. Here's Lysiak coming up with it. A lead for Larmer. Steve Larmer. Slowly as he comes over the line. He left it for Lysiak, and he's bumped along the boards. McKegney took it away. Tony McKegney into the Hog zone. McKegney pulled the trigger, and he shot it wide. Now Troy Murray with one more power play rush. Murray gets it over the line. Then Roberts knocked him down on the far side. Sutter trying to jam it loose. He did. Here's a shot and a save by Melange as Murray shot from a bad angle. Now here come the North Stars. Acton right out of the penalty box, moving over the line, shooting. He just missed the net. Rebound. Shot wide. Came to the near side. Broughton holding it in. Now he's tied up, and it squirts free, but not out. And then Sutter scoops it to the neutral zone. And now a hand pass will stop the play. 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go. 6-6. And it looks like now we can say that next goal. And the draw taken by O'Callahan. Jack O'Callahan trying to flip it in. Hartsburg stopped that, threw it right back to center. And here comes Plett. Willie Plett over the line to Roberts. The return pass is broken up. And the Hawks can't get it out. Hartsburg is shot. That's sent just wide. Rebound into the slot. Now cleared to the board. Held in by Berglund. And now the net has been knocked off its moorings. And the whistle stops the play.
A close call again for the Hawks. Pressure by the North Stars. Hawks unable to get the puck out of their own zone as Doug Wilson made a great defensive play to break up a 3-on-2, and then the puck kept in by Hartsburg. His low shot just missed the net. Game 5.
Here's the draw in the Chicago zone. Velizchev flipped it in behind the net. Under 2 minutes left as the Hawks clear to center ice. Giles has it there and feeds Randy Velizchev, who dumps it right back in. And it bounces off the glass and winds up in the seats with a minute and a half to go throughout. North Stars never had the lead until the game went into the third period. Twice Minnesota, though, has taken the lead in this period, and both times the Hawks have responded to tie the game. Face off to the left of Murray Bannerman. Everybody getting ready. There's the draw. Bouncing around right to Acton. Acton, a backhander right on, and a save by Bannerman as a spinning backhander from Keith Acton. Was a tough chance, but Bannerman handled it. Off to the left of the Hawk goal, right to Payne, and his shot deflects up over the ground, which leads, of course, to short tempers and loose jaws. Here's the draw. In the Chicago zone, they rattle around on the board. Now into the corner it goes. Bob Murray got it to Lysiak, to Larmer. Steve Larmer couldn't get it out. A shot bounced wide. Now Payne is shaken up. And the whistle sounds as Steve Payne was crunched in the far corner. And he's down on Winnipeg. 8-3 the final tonight. Edmonton sweeps the series in 4 straight. Here's the draw. Taken by Doug Wilson. Cleared it to center Larmer. His pass is intercepted, and now bouncing around to the near side. Now taken by Acton. Keith Acton over the line. Bounce it into the far corner, McKegney. Tony McKegney bumped there. He fought off the check. Now it goes in behind the goal. McKegney centered, but right to Larmer. And now Savard. Dennis Savard carries it in. Savard looking for the trailer. Now forced into the corner, and he lost it there. Cleared, not out. Ben Wilson held it in. Wilson put it back of the net, but Roberts stealing. 20 seconds to go. Gordy Roberts moving over the Hawk line. Left it for Cicerelli, and it bounced off his stick and winds up in the crowd. A center, Hartsburg. He rolls it along the dasher boards and taken by Ben Wilson. Wilson kicked it loose. Here's Cicerelli, who lost it as he came over the line. Ahead to Patterson. Here's a long shot. Melange the save as the buzzer sounds.
Sudden death overtime. The thrill. The disappointment. 1953, Hockey Night in Canada's first telecast year ends with Elmer Locke's overtime goal, giving Montreal the 5th of 20 Stanley Cup victories. Memorable overtime goals make hockey great and create legends. And catapult the obscure into NHL history as Tony Leswick scores in 1954 to give Tommy Ivan and the Detroit Red Wings their 3rd championship in 5 seasons. Few overtime heroics match the courage of Toronto's Bob Bond, who scored while playing on a fractured leg. The break, masked with Painkiller, and the joy of overtime in 1964. Controversy is not new to the pressure of overtime. In 1966, the Pocket Rocket scores, the goal counts, and the Canadians win the cup. But the losing goalkeeper, Roger Crozier, is named recipient of the Conn Smythe Trophy. Overtime goals can be elusive for NHL greats. Jean Beliveau led Montreal for 18 seasons, but scored only one playoff overtime winner. Stanley Cup overtime draws poise and leadership from the expected heroes. From those who are known for their defensive skills throughout their careers. From those seemingly born for the pressure of overtime. And veterans who have known years of disappointments and thrills. In 1984, overtime history continues.
Robbed him. I tell you, robbed him. Martin played it in. That's Pinelli going after it. Into the corner, Patey. Boston. Sutter! Next out by Red Hamlet. Shot scored! The Islanders have done it.
Playoff overtime. Sudden life, sudden death.
Intercept, lets it go. Right on. And Liut makes the glove save. Both teams, Kane's on the fly. Kane breaking it up. Walking in the shot. He scores!
Some of the great moments in Stanley for Minnesota. And here we go into sudden death overtime in Minnesota. The draw into the North Star zone. Dennis Marouk put it in behind his own net. Down to the near side, McKegney on left wing. Tony McKegney gave it away at center. Frazier, and his pass is intercepted. Greg Hartsburg lost it, and Frazier trying to flip it in, but then Roberts bangs it right back to the neutral zone. Here's Marouk coming to the line. He's put down there, and the puck loose to center ice. Now Frazier able to clear it back into the Minnesota end. Greg Hartsburg for the North Star. Hartsburg weaving, coming over the Hawk line. Now lets it go, and he cranks it up over the glass, and it whistles into the seat. Face off in the deep slot in the Chicago zone. There's the draw taken by Bob Murray back of the net. Murray, spun around. Now Payne digging it out to Acton. He centered one. Armour tipped it away, though, to Bob Murray, who cleared it to center. Secord dumps it in from there. Kurt Giles is back. Now Giles clearing it to the center ice area. Taken by Keith Brown. Brown flipped it back into the North Star end. Going back is Giles, and this will be an icing call against
Here for the North Stars, the pressure on the North Stars. They must win. And they might be a little bit more conservative, waiting for a break.
Plays in the Hog zone. Sutter knocked down on the boards, but Lysiak cleared to center. Yaremchuk trying to split the defense, and Roberts poke-checked it away. But Lysiak carries on a backhander, and it deflects wide. Now Sutter threw it in front. Yaremchuk trying to center it, and the pass was behind Lysiak and cleared to center ice. Now Roberts gave it to Dino Ciccarelli. Ciccarelli to Graham over the line, shooting, and he's hit the side of it and rebound. Cleared to the round to the near side. Taken by Yaremchuk. Now Sutter. Darryl Sutter carries it over the line, and Troy Murray stepped in offside.
Ken Yaremchuk tried to split the defense. It was almost successful. Roberts poked it away. Kept in by Lysiak at the blue line. North Stars come back with a shot that hit the side of the net.
Face off outside the North Star zone. Now here's the face-off, controlled by Randy Velizchek. Ahead to McKegney. Tony McKegney 3-on-3 over the line. Tries to split the defense, and Doug Wilson said no. Now back comes Troy Murray. His long shot, and that sails up over top of the net. Now it's scooped ahead to McKegney at center. Tony McKegney had it knocked away by O'Callahan, and here comes Doug Wilson. Wilson takes a long shot. It's a flex wide. Now O'Callahan, his shot is blocked, and back comes Willie Plett. Plett to Kurt Giles. He walks over the line. Giles moving in, shoot. Bannerman the save. Rebound taken by Plett to the corner, and then he lost it to O'Callahan. His pass deflects away from Olczyk back into the North Star zone, and this is going to be an icing call. Again, face off to the left of Murray Bannerman. There's the draw. Lysiak won it to Bob Murray. Now Murray to Larmer on right wing, and he tries to send it in, but stopped at the defense, and Payne gave it to Roberts. Over the line to Bellows. The blast. Bannerman the save. Rebound to Larmer, and he whacks it to center ice. Now Hartsburg dumping it back in. Taken by Bob Murray. Murray to Secord. Now Savard. Dennis Savard with 4 points in the game. Here's Savard, a shot. Blocked at the defense and winds up in the crowd.
Good chance. Bellows with a hard shot. Bannerman very alertly kicks it away with his left or right pad.
Now everybody getting ready. Savard and Acton for the draw. There's the face-off to Velizchek. He sends it up behind the net. Now Velizchek beating Keith Acton. Larmer knocked it away for a moment, but Payne came up with it. And his pass intercepted by Secord, who dumps it in. Gil Melange cleared it to the near corner. Steve Payne, after the bouncing puck, came free to Acton, and he rolled it to center ice. Keith Brown trying to flip it back in, but stopped by Giles. Now Acton. Keith Acton into Chicago territory. Flipped it to Payne, a long shot. Bannerman the stand-up save. Kicked it to the corner, and Secord. Al Secord on the left wing boards has plenty of room as he comes to center. Secord takes a long shot. Melange, the body save on a high hardwood rebound. Yaremchuk to the corner. He's tied up there, but he's centered. Lysiak, and a save by Melange, who dives out and covers it up.
Two big saves by the veteran goaltender. A long, hard shot by Secord. You could see Melange feeling the effects of that high hard.
The draw taken by Yaremchuk. He whiffed. Now he shoots, and it's blocked. Oh, a great chance from the draw, but Yaremchuk fanned on it. Now the North Stars dump it in. O'Callahan is on it. Jack O'Callahan, a long lead to Yaremchuk. He speeds over the line. Yaremchuk trying to split the defense, can't do it. Knocked away to Lysiak. Now the net has been knocked off its moorings as Yaremchuk and
gets around Hartsburg, and Hartsburg wrestles Yaremchuk to the ice. He slides into the net. Melange was way out. Hartsburg, who's been injured most.
And the draw to Doug Wilson. Threw it across for O'Callahan. Moving into the corner. He centered one. Stolen. Here come the North Stars on the counterattack. Brought ahead to Cicerelli over the line. Shooting. And a save by Bannerman. Rebound to Doug Wilson. He bounced one along the boards. Now everybody's scrambling away on the far side, and Sutter dug it out. He cleared it to center ice, and Giles has it there. Ahead to Broughton. Neil Broughton over the line to the trailer. That's Cicerelli, the drive. He missed the net. Great chance, but Cicerelli fired wide. And it's out to center. Now Cicerelli lost it to Doug Wilson. And Wilson ahead to Kurt Frazier on left wing. Frazier dumping it in deep. Gordy Roberts is back. Now Olczyk gave him some trouble back of the goal. Here's Olczyk trying to dig it out. Frazier helping, but a hand pass will stop the play.
Great chance for the North side.
We've played 6 minutes of sudden death overtime, and we remain at 6-6. There's the puck cleared into the Blackhawk zone. Bob Murray back. He lost it to McKegney. Now Plett in behind. Centered it. Shot just wide by Marouk. Rebound. Plett centered it again, but it's intercepted by Olczyk. And Olczyk to Kurt Frazier. Frazier over the line. Trying to center it, and Olczyk was tied up in front. Now it goes to the corner. McKegney got it loose to Hartsburg. Greg Hartsburg bouncing to center ice. Here's Dennis Marouk in traffic. Got away from a check, comes over the line. The drive blocked after the... Here's the draw, taken by Velizchek. He moves in, the drive, hit the side of the goal. Rebound to Larmer, and now Savard. Dennis Savard carries it over the line, trying to beat a check, but Bellows came to take it away. There's it into the Chicago end. Bannerman shot it himself out to center. Taken there by Payne. His pass broken up. Now Payne got it back, clearing it into the Blackhawk zone. Murray Bannerman again shot it to center. This time Larmer came up with it. Moves over the line. And then his pass deflects over the glass and into the crowd. Situation 6-6 in OT. There's the draw. Out to center and Doug Wilson. Now Ken Yaremchuk trying to flip it ahead. Hartsburg stole that to Cicerelli. And the Hawks touch it. Here's the face-off, taken by Roberts, who cleared to center. Graham lost it as he came over the line, but Broughton held it in, shooting. Blocked by Lysiak at the defense. Now back comes Ken Yaremchuk. Yaremchuk moving to center. Then Broughton came to take it away from behind. Neil Broughton moving into the Blackhawk zone. Broughton trying to beat DuPont, but DuPont played the body nicely that time and forced him wide. Came around to the near side, and Olczyk. 2-on-2, Olczyk moving over the line, crisscrossing, left it for Sutter. Sutter trying to move in. Knocked down, but he centered it. Intercepted by Broughton. And the North Stars on the counterattack. Graham moving in. He left it for Cicerelli. The shot. And a save by Bannerman. Rebound back of the net. Troy Murray is bumped there. Bannerman out of the net. Now the shot. Oh, they shot it, I believe, wide, or was it blocked? With Bannerman in no man's land, Graham nearly ended the game. Now Velizchek centering. Stolen by Troy Murray. And he moves back to center. Beating Frazier rather. Frazier over the line. It knocked off his stick. And Hawks then brought it in offside.
Graham picks it up. And it's deflected by the stick of Keith Brown high up in the air in front. And the Hawks get away.
Goal. And here come the Hawks now. Here's Savard. Savard, the shot blocked at the defense. And back comes Payne. He couldn't get it out. Larmer keeping it in a long drive. Malash the save. And Giles clears it back into the Chicago end. And going back is Doug Wilson. That'll be an icing call, Wilson. Face off to the right of Malash. Savard and Acton. Here's the draw. Acton won it. Gave it to Hartsburg. Now Payne on the near side. Couldn't get it out. O'Callahan centered one, but it's intercepted. Here comes Minnesota. Acton 3-on-2 if he hurries. Gets it over the line. But O'Callahan picked his pocket. Then he lost in a scramble. And O'Callahan dug it out of the crease. Came to the near side, and Larmer to center ice. O'Callahan broke up the rush beautifully, but then had some trouble and was able to recover in the nick of time. Here's Payne moving in. Centered it. He gave it right to Savard. Dennis Savard coming over the North Star line. The drive and a save by Meloche. Rebound, Savard. Meloche! Oh, what a great recovery on the rebound as he slid across to make a diving save. Cleared back into the Hawk zone. Bob Murray coming away. Murray now dumps it in. Back of the goal, Giles cleared it not out. DuPont, a long shot deflects up into the seats.
Good recovery there.
2-28. There's the draw. Taken by Giles, who flipped it to center. DuPont has it there and whacks it back into the North Star end. Giles put it to the left wing boards. McKegney, his pass bouncing around to Platt. Now Marouk dumped it in. Bob Murray is back. Murray clearing it into North Star territory, but icing is waved off here, and Belichick has to play it. Now Willie Platt on the far side. Platt moving over the line, a long shot, and look out in the seats as that one sails up over the...
Well, you and I have been on a few park benches before. Here's the draw. Brown dumping it in.
There's Hartsburg back, and he starts the North Stars away. Craig Hartsburg carries it over the line against Ben Wilson, trying to center it, a shot. Oh, and it's shot into the crowd. A glorious chance for Payne. And
Go wide on Ben Wilson, and he went right for the net. Pass across as Payne had a step on Savard. Payne shoots the puck high over the net. Just barely missed
to the North Stars, Giles, who bangs it in. Taken by O'Callahan. Clearing to center ice. Now rolls around to Belichick. Got it to Cicerelli over the line. Dino Cicerelli. Threw it around to the near corner. Broughton is there. Neil Broughton fought off a check, moving into the slot. And it's knocked away from him out to the neutral zone. Now Broughton, a nifty move coming over the line. Then Cicerelli is knocked off the puck. Taken by Lysiak back of the goal. Leaving it there for Doug Wilson. Now Sutter. Daryl Sutter ahead to Yaremchuk. The race is on. Yaremchuk busting it. Offside. A two-line pass. Now Yaremchuk shot it into the open goal. Cicerelli took exception, and a couple of players again gather around on the near board.
An awfully close call on that one. It looked onside to me. Yaremchuk streaking through the middle. A quick pass from Daryl Sutter. He broke in, the whistle blew, and he continued on and shot the puck. You call it here. Sutter just inside his own zone. The pass across into the center ice. Onside.
Oh, onside all day.
Onside. His skate was right on the line.
Oh, that would have been a partial breakaway at least for Yaremchuk. North Star at the Chicago line. 8 minutes to go in the first overtime. Now the draw to Hartsburg, chipping it into the near corner. DuPont getting back. Got it to Bob Murray. Murray with a bouncing puck. He lost it. Now Bellows a backhander, and he sent it wide. Rebound to Larmer. Steve Larmer moving into the North Star zone. He lost it in traffic. Now it's cleared back of the net. Secord. Oh, Savard open in front, but Secord couldn't flag down the loose puck. Now they wrestle around, and Payne clears it to center ice. Jerome DuPont dumping it right back in. Gordy Roberts got it to Payne, who cleared to the Hawk line. There's Keith Brown to Ben Wilson. And now ahead to Gardner. Billy Gardner lost it as he came to the line. Troy Murray then able to flip it in. Hartsburg got it away to Platt. Willie Platt, his pass too far for McKegney. going deep into the hog zone. Brown took a hit in the corner, then kicked it loose, and Troy Murray walks back to center ice. Murray gets it over the line to Frazier. Here it comes. Blocked at the defense. Giles, a great shot block there. And it's cleared ahead. The race is on, and O'Callahan able to knock it away from a rushing Flett. And the Hawks clear it back into the North Star zone. Now, here's Ben Wilson in his own end. Wilson to Kurt Frazier. Frazier rolled it to the North Star line, and Belichick is there. He cleared it to center ice. Ciccarelli moves over the line, shoots one, and he sent it wide. Now Sutter jamming it loose. Cleared it to the neutral area. And Ciccarelli moving back. He lost it, though, to Lysiak, and Hawks clear to center. Now Yaremchuk got it to Sutter. Sutter over the line. Got around to check. Oh, Hartsburg was beaten, and then he made a great poke check to knock it away from Sutter. Now it's cleared to the Hog zone. Larmer in the corner. Larmer tied up, and O'Callahan came to help. O'Callahan to Lysiak. He flipped it ahead too far for Sutter, and the North Stars now with a two-line pass.
Darryl Sutter one-on-one
in the first overtime. 6-6 your score. There's the draw. Now taken by Jerome Dupont. He flipped it in, but right to Giles. He nearly gave it away, then able to hack it to center. Here's Bellows over the Hawk line against Dupont. Dupont played the body well. Back of the net it goes. Everybody jamming away there. Now it's loose to the far side. And Secord able to chip it ahead to Savard. Here's Savard to lead for Larmer. Oh, he couldn't hold the pass. He would have had a breakaway. Now Larmer put it around to the far side. Taken by Kurt Giles. And now Acton to Bellows. Brian Bellows turning at center ice. Now cleared it ahead, but right to Savard. And there's Ben Wilson in his own end to Troy Murray. He clears to center ice. Now Kurt Frazier gave it to Brown. Heath Brown flipped it ahead, but taken by Maruk, who dumps it back in. Now Brown is on it. Heath Brown cleared it to center ice. Now rolling around there, and Frazier came up with it. Kurt Frazier moving over the line. He's spun around by Roberts, and Maruk takes over. Dennis Maruk clearing to the stick of Roberts. He flips it ahead, but the play broken up. Back come the Hawks. Sutter moving over the line. Lets it rip. And a save by Malage. Rebound Sutter. Back of the net trying to move in front. Bump there. Now it comes into the corner. And taken by Hartsburg. Greg Hartsburg lost it to Lysiak. Now Doug Wilson a shot. Malage the save through a screen. And it's cleared back into the Hog zone. Now they battle around to the near side. It came free over to the far board, and Sutter clears it out to center ice. Kurt Giles dumps it back in. And the North Stars are off.
Don't have it. Other nights, other players can't do anything wrong.
3 minutes to go in the first overtime. Here's Kurt Giles at center, dumping one in. Jerome Dupont on the near side, bumped along the boards, and the North Stars hold it in. Now back to the near side. Larmer couldn't get it out. Into the corner goes Bellows, loose to Payne. Steve Payne to the line. Belichick the shot, blocked at the defense. And now the net has been knocked off its moorings as Bannerman moved it. Now Bill Gardner and Dennis Maruk will go for the draw. There it is. Gardner got it to Brown. Keith Brown to Frazier. His pass intercepted, and the Stars' Marouk dumps it in. Clear to the far side. Frazier this time got it through to Gardner. Bill Gardner dumping it in. Going back, Roberts put it to the near side. Now McKegney bumped by Kurt Frazier. They bang away on the boards, and it squirts free to Marouk. Dennis Marouk to Gordy Roberts. Now back to Marouk, who comes to center. Sends it in. Over to the far corner. Platt kicked it in behind the net. Taken now by Troy Murray. He lost it. Here's a centering pass stolen by Keith Brown. Now Brown to Frazier. Now to Gardner over the line. Gardner weaving to the slot. Left it for O'Callahan. The drive. Deflected wide. And now the North Star net is knocked off its mooring. The North Star line. Now the draw. A minute and a half to go in the first overtime. Belichick cleared it to center. O'Callahan sends it right back in. Taken by Giles. Ahead to Payne. Steve Payne to Keith Acton. Acton clearing it over the line, but Secord threw it right back into Minnesota territory. Randy Belichick back of his own goal. Belichick, who has scored twice tonight, cleared it to center ice. O'Callahan there to Larmer, and Savard stepped in offside. There's the draw to Hartsburg for Cicerelli. Dino Cicerelli got it to center, and Sutter shoveled it right back in. Now they battle on the near side, and Graham able to clear to the neutral zone. There's Ken Yaremchuk carrying it over the line. He beat one check. Yaremchuk moving right in. Shoot! Meloche the save, and what a tremendous individual rush by Ken Yaremchuk.
Yaremchuk has had a great overtime period. Down the wrong wing. Had a step on Hartsburg. He was hooked, continued on, faked the shot, moved in, and shot it on Meloche. It almost trickled through his legs, but he's able to fall back and cover up.
Now they're ready. There's the draw. Now squirting in front. The Stars able to clear it to center ice. Now taken there by Acton. Coming over the line. Doug Wilson played the body beautifully, and Acton couldn't fight his way through. Now Wilson moving to center ice. 3-on-3 over the line. He left it there, but the play broken up, and Payne shot it down to Chicago territory, but an offside play. Ready, here's the draw, and Acton fell on top of it. So just two. Lysiak, a quick shot. Oh, what a great veteran play by Lysiak to even get a shot on goal with 2 seconds left, but he did. Pushed the puck right between the legs of Acton and flipped one toward the net. Meloche able to make the save.
Well, everyone in the building thought he was going to try and pull it back to Doug Wilson. Lysiak fooled everyone, pushed it ahead.
Here over the line comes Troy Murray. Shoot! Meloche the save. Right from the draw, the Hawks a chance. Back come the North Star. Greg Hartsburg dumping it in. Now O'Callahan gets back. Jack O'Callahan to Kurt Frazier. He couldn't get it out. It squirts loose to Marouk. He got it to McKegney. He shot Vanderman, just got a piece of a quick shot from McKegney. Now Olczyk moving back. He's had little ice time in overtime, and Olczyk knocked down on the play. Back comes Hartsburg. Greg Hartsburg a long drive. Blocked at the defense. Taken by Dennis Savard. Now Savard moving to center ice. He shot it into the near corner. Taken by Giles. Now Larmer dug it out and centered right through to the far side. Savard on it there. Trying to flip it in front, but it bounced loose to center. Bob Murray dumping it right back in. Here's Larmer centering, but that's intercepted, and now Payne His pass deflects, and that forced Bellows to go in offside. And Dupont lost his footing well after the whistle and wound up crashing into the boards, but bounces back up none the worse. After the resurfacing, here's the draw. Taken by Kurt Giles, ahead to Broughton. 3-on-3 over the line. Broughton trying to walk in, can't do it, but now a shot. And it was shot wide by Graham. And the Hawks clear to center ice. Now taken by Broughton, who comes back over the line to Cicerelli, moving right in. The shot, missed the net. Great chance for Cicerelli. He shot it wide. Now the Hawks on the counterattack. Here's Yaremchuk. He moves in, shoots one, and a save by Milan. Rebound to the far side, Lysiak to Yaremchuk. Bumped in the far circle. Now Lysiak moving in the shot. Milan, rebound, they score! Hawks win! Hawks win! Daryl Sutter ends the game in overtime. Hawks win!
Well, after Dino Cicerelli missed a great chance throughout, that's the story of this game. The North Stars just unable to capitalize on their great chances. Yaremchuk took a long shot after two of the North Stars were caught in the Hawk zone. The rebound, the save was made by Malash. The puck lay loose behind. It squirted out to Tom Lysiak. He intercepted an errant pass, shot on target, and the rebound went to Daryl Sutter, and he just casually put it into the empty net to get the game winner. A big goal for the Hawks, a 3-1 lead in games. And the Hawks go home with a chance to knock off the North Stars in 5 games.
Daryl Sutter ends it as he just bunts it into the open goal for his 4th goal of the playoffs. That is 24th of the year overall.
Here's how it all happened. Broughton giving it away. He had such a great game for the North Stars. Malash made the save, and Daryl Sutter right there in the right spot at the right time. And that right there, that picture tells the story. The Hawks outshot 54-35 in the game, and they win 7-6.
So Daryl Sutter ends it with his 4th of the playoffs, 24th of the year, at the 1:57 mark of the second overtime. Lysiak and Yaremchuk get the assist on the goal at 1:57 of the second overtime. In the second OT, which didn't last too long, the North Stars had 2 shots on goal. The Blackhawks given credit for 3, and so the game totals: Minnesota 54 shots on goal, Chicago 35. Again,
war of all time, a war unlike any ever fought before. A struggle that would eventually engulf the entire world, leaving in its aftermath unimaginable destruction and the loss of countless lives. This is the story of how it happened, the strategies, the battles, and the consequences of a global conflict that left our world changed forever.